Actuellement, Lou est contrarié. Il cherche désespérément à récupérer ce qui lui tient le plus à cœur. La tablette 360.
Donne-moi la tablette!
Non!
Donne-moi la tablette!
Non!
Donne-moi la tablette!
Présentement, Loïc bouille énormément en dedans de lui. Son frère lui a pris la tablette 360.
Moi qui apprends.
Hey!
Penses-tu vraiment que papa, il va écouter 360 Nitro.tv?
Pas sûr.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Comme pilote de drift professionnel, mes résultats sont basés sur des chiffres. Pour créer de bons calculs, un seul produit a toute ma confiance. Le survolteur d'octane Lucas Oil. Il permet d'augmenter la puissance et ainsi provoquer de la fumée dans chacun des virages sur la piste. Mais il faut savoir se retenir en dehors des circuits. Faites du survolteur d'octane Lucas Oil une habitude pour votre moteur. Devenez supporter 360 pour seulement 10 $ annuellement pour supporters personnels. Les supporters réguliers recevront un autocollant 360 Nitro.tv personnalisé à leur nom. Et pour les supporters affaires, pour seulement 50 $ annuellement, l'affichage inclura un lien vers votre site Internet. Tous les détails sur le 360 Nitro.tv.
Allez, fais comme moi, deviens un supporter 360. Allez vite, fais comme moi, deviens un supporter 360. Si elle est capable, vous autres aussi.
Modified. So congratulations going out to Rocky Warner for collecting the Fonda Speedway Track Championship in the Modifieds this year for 2019. And of course last night, Brockville Speedway, it was Ryan Armathon collecting win number 6 on the year in the modified division there, and a new winner, first time win for Jonah Lewis in the number 73. He collected his first ever sportsman win, beating Jonathan Ferguson to the line, so it was good to see the third first time winner. He joins Gabriel Sear and Dan Ferguson as first time winners, and good to see a couple of drivers get their first ever wins from the other side of Napanee, as Dan Ferguson out of Picton and Jonah Lewis from the Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. So that's good to see. And now we're here.
Now we are here, and boy, we finally got nice weather. Friday and Saturday, as you mentioned, not very nice to us for racing. Got washed out at Mohawk, and had 3 days off this weekend, tried to build a deck, and every time I went outside to start building, it started to rain. Wrap everything up, put it all away, the sun would come out. So I said, I'll take the day off today and not try to do anything.
Did you have a beer instead, or?
A few.
Yeah.
A few, yes, last night, yes.
That's not productive when you start to drink and trying to build a deck.
Well, let's just say the railing's a little bit wider.
Makes for some interesting designs, though.
Yeah.
The railing's going to be a little wider to cover that gap. You know, it kind of got bigger towards the end of the... Yeah.
Oh, dear.
No, but anyone who's a contractor or a builder out there, God love you, because I will never be building another deck again.
So you were mentioning the rainouts. It was the same thing on the Quebec side. Autodrome Granby and RPM canceled as well over the weekend. They got hit hard by some thunderstorms, especially on Friday night at Granby, and also last night they canceled pretty early for RPM. They're racing at Saint Guillaume tonight, and there's a lot of drivers there. So in attendance, a lot of drivers not being able to race all weekend long. So as soon as they know that there's a racetrack available, they show up. So it's good for them. But we still have a good field of cars here tonight in all the classes. So it's a regular night, but we still have a big few shows coming up in the on the calendar, especially the August 22nd, the race for the Cure 150. It's getting closer and closer on that Thursday night. So only two classes, but two classes that 150 laps for the modifieds, and the dirt car sportsmen will be here as well with the Northern Series. So it's should have a pretty good field of cars in both classes. So as we have a little bit of time, we've launched this week, we were talking about our social media, we've launched a challenge over the last week on Monday, the Return to School Backpack Challenge. What the goal of that is to gather some backpacks to help the kids in needs to be able to start their school year in a good way. So we've mentioned that to the race teams in the pits during the meeting tonight, and we were before that meeting we were already near 50 bags collected. The Laverne family has already donated 10, and one of our local charities, the Optimist Club here in Cornwall, is giving out 30 bags. But some of the teams after the meeting, they've approached me, and they were saying that especially Brian McDonald said he's going for 10, and one of the other teams is going probably for 15. So our goal is to get to 50. So we'll see how it goes. I'll mention that later on in French, but right now we're ready to go to racing. So first heat of the evening. So the Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell Mini Stocks is on the speedway. So we have the 30 of JC Bouchard, 17 of Yannick Potvin. Chris James will start in position number 4. 21, driven by, he's not here on the lineup, and the 3 of Mike Gaucher. So a few guys that are missing. Mike Laplante didn't answer the call, and the 23 of Sean Duval is not there as well. We go green au vert, première qualification de la soirée, pas modifié, mais en mini-stock ce soir ici. Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell. Yannick Potvin, dès le départ, prend les commandes sur Chris James, la voiture 21. 21 is Richard Thornton, a regular at the Mohawk International Raceway, as we have a car that slowed down in turn number 4, but we're still going green. Mike Gaucher heading to the pits. No, we're yellow, so yellow has been called for Mike Gaucher.
Yeah, not very good for Mike Gaucher. 2 wins in a row coming into tonight's racing program, and Mike hasn't run the full season with us, but has been strong when he showed up, and he's looking for the hat trick here tonight. This is not the way to start it off, though.
Don't forget next week as well, it's autograph night here at Cornwall Motor Speedway during intermission, so I know all the drivers are excited for that evening. Session autographe la semaine prochaine ici du côté de Cornwall Motor Speedway. On sait que les pilotes adorent cette soirée, peuvent rencontrer les amateurs, leur offre beaucoup de choses. Fall start here for Yannick Potvin, and Chris James started too quick. We'll be ready to go back to green at the wired audio sign. Good start for both drivers. Yannick Potvin takes the lead over Chris James and Richard Thornton. Thornton, the track champion at Mohawk Speedway a few years ago. Changed his number, now with the 21. And JC Bouchard completes the field. James is inching closer to Potvin. Potvin, one of the good cars here in this division. Une des bonnes voitures aussi dans la division, le 17 de Yannick Potvin. Chris James, notre champion défendant dans cette série. Chris James is our defending champion as well in this division. Always a competitive car. Every night that he shows up here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, white flag has been displayed. Yannick Potvin leading the way over Chris James, Thornton, and JC Bouchard completes the lineup. The checker flag will be shown by our assistant flagman Paul Perrier to E17 of Yannick Potvin. Chris James in the second. Richard Thornton and JC Bouchard completes the field. Heat number 1 being completed. Our photograph tonight will be Sylvain Lawlers having the 50th anniversary flag being displayed as well to the drivers. So good round of applause for your first heat winner of the evening, the 17 of Yannick Potvin.
All right. Well, heat race number 2 ready to roll trackside as a pair of 2019 rookie campaigners leading the parade out. James Clark in the 2X along with Thomas McDonald in the 27. Mark Dagenet in car number 30 along with the '22 of Justin Jodway. Completing it will be the 23 of Sean Duval and the 2 of Francois. So green flag is out. 6 laps is the distance. 1 lap is complete already, and McDonald has the advantage. Justin Jodway right there for second as James Clark and Mark Dagenet back there dicing it up for third and fourth already as they hit turns 3 and 4 and down to the line. McDonald in command of it though. Jodway, 3 wins on the year in the assist to sell mini stock division. And Jodway right now trying to find a way around Thomas McDonald into turns 3 and 4. And Jodway goes a little bit too wide that time coming into turn number 3. And the 2X of James Clark looking to capitalize and move into trying to take second spot. But right now we're 3 laps down, 3 more to go. It is all Thomas McDonald as they head into turns 3 and 4. Justin Jodway still back there for spot number 2. James Clark and Mark Dagenet round out the top 4 drivers, the 2 of Francois Belair and the 23 of Sean Duval completed. White flag will be displayed this time by as Thomas McDonald has the lead, and Jodway and the handling starting to go away on that machine as they come down to the line. White flag will be displayed, and James Clark sneaking down to the inside portion of the racetrack. He'll take over the 2 spot. Now Mark Dagenet looks to take advantage. He'll go up to third. Jodway is starting to lose the handle here at the end. Checkered flag is in the air, and Thomas McDonald will get the win. Fist in the air. He's pretty excited about that one, as James Clark and Mark Dagenet will complete your top 3. Justin Jodway hangs on for 4th. Francois Belair and Sean Duval will complete the rest of your field. So that does it for the assist to sell mini stocks as they'll head back to the pits. But this man will come down into victory lane and get himself a checkered flag and a photo. How about it for the 27 of Thomas McDonald? Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Heat number 1 ready to roll to the Speedway next.
Well, Timmy was just next door over in the VIP and said hello to all the fine folks from Archer's Poultry Farm. And looks like they were having a great time over in the VIP. And a big thank you for sponsoring us here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. They've been with us the last couple of seasons now and always seem to have a good time when they come out to the Cornwall Motor Speedway.
absolutely do. Is glad to have them on board for tonight's sponsor. Is we're ready to go.
First heat, Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman rolls out onto the track. Justin Rosier leads the way off the pole. Jason Rose in the 18 JR. Jason Shipclark in the number 4. Denis Folk in the 82. The 22C of Cedric Govro. Outside of him, Ricky Thompson. The 1 of Justin Lalancette. Bob Ray goes away in the 18. And Thomas Cook in the 35. Rounding out the field, we're going to look for a nice clean start at the wired audio zone side, and we are underway. Justin Rosier leads them down the front stretch and into 1 and 2. Cuts a good corner, starts to pull away from the field. Justin Rosier each and every week seems to be getting just a little bit better, and well, he's showing it here as he's pulling away from some good company behind him. But here comes Jason Shipclark with the number 4. He cuts a good corner as well, closes the gap down the backstretch. Cedric Govro in the 22C hanging on to 3rd. Justin Lalancette, former track champion in this Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman division. He's down to the inside of Govro. Picks up 2 spots, goes to the inside of Shipclark. Goes from 4th to 2nd. Beautiful pass by Justin Lalancette. Now he's trying to close the gap on Justin Rosier, the leader in the 29A. Now Rosier bringing it around this time by the flag stand. Will be at the halfway. 4 in, 4 to go. Now Justin Rosier going right through the middle of the track. Dives down to the bottom through 1 and 2. Back up to the top on the backstretch. Now Rosier looking pretty good early on this evening. 3 laps to go here in the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman. First heat of 3 on the evening. He'll bring it around this time, and whoa, Bob Ray spinning it high off of turn number 2. And that'll bring out the caution. With 2 laps to go. Now, if you're Justin Rosier, this is not what you wanted to see. He was pulling away nicely, and now we're going to pull everyone back in. Bob Ray just a little too hot coming out of turn 2, overcooks it, and loops it around the high in turn 2. So they're going to double them up. 2 laps to go. And as they roll through the wired audio zone, they get another good start. Rosier down through the bottom. Lalancette up through the middle, and around he goes. Justin Lalancette started 7th, now finds himself leading the heat. White comes out onto the field one more time around. Now Rosier trying to hang on a second. He's got a bunch of cars behind him, all trying to get up there. Govro shows him the tire on the inside. He's going to pull into the number 2 spot. Rosier slips up the track. He's going to finish 3rd, but it's going to be a heat win for Justin Lalancette in the 1. Cedric Govro in the 22C will finish 2nd. Rosier 3rd. Shipclark 4th. And Jason Rose will round out your top 5. Well, Justin Lalancette had a chance to talk to him in the pit area, and he was talking about where he was in the points, and I said, well, you can always leapfrog a few of these guys and make some headway and get some more points. And that's how you do it. How about a round of applause for the 1 of Justin Lalancette? He picks up the maximum points in the heats, the RSI Industrial Championship as well. Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Heat number 2 coming up.
Deuxième qualification qui va embarquer sur la piste. Second heat in the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsmen. So we'll have the 78D of Dominic Merkley, the 77E of Ryan Stabler. 15B, Brianna Ledsar will start in position number 3. The 21W of Devin Willis in 4th. Kalen Draper in position number 5. 3 of Adam Rosan. 44 of Jonathan Ferguson, and Billy Cook in the M70 will start in position number 8. Another solid group of sportsmen in that second heat. Excellent peloton de sportsmen également dans cette deuxième de 3 qualifications. Sportsman ce soir, next level home improvement. On ira pour 8 tours, we'll go for 8 laps. We go green, on va au vert. Good start here for Ryan Stabler taking the lead over Brianna Ledser, who passes Dominic Merkley. Devin Willis does the same, goes to position number 3. Dominic Merkley, one of the rookie contenders here this season. Currently running in 4th. Jonathan Ferguson started in position number 7, already making some progress in the field, battling for position number 5 with Kalen Draper, one of the upcoming drivers in the Sportsman division, younger brother of Tristan Draper, as Adam Roson is also in the mix. These drivers are usually at the top of the board as we finish our features, the 44 and the 3. Présentement, c'est Ryan Stabler à la mi-course qui mène devant Brianna Ledser et Devin Willis. Stabler qui a une solide saison. Flat tire here for Billy Cook. Will head to the pits. Well, Ryan Stabler still leading the way in front of Brianna Ledser and Devin Willis. Battle for that 4th position as Jonathan Ferguson challenge Merkley, passes him. Merkley goes a little bit too high, loses 2 positions to Ferguson and Adam Roson. As Ryan Stabler is still on top of the board here. White flag has been displayed. Dernier tour de piste pour Ryan Stabler. On verra si Brianna Ledser est capable de se rapprocher de Stabler. Deux des bonnes voitures ici en Sportsman. Checker flag is out. Ryan Stabler wins in front of Brianna Ledser. Devin Willis in 3rd. Jonathan Ferguson, Adam Roson completes the top 5. Dominic Merkley and Kalen Draper rounds out the field with Billy Cook in the pits for a flat tire. So leading his own championship, the RSI 8 points. We'll give him 5 points for that championship. He's currently 2nd in the points as well in the championship here. Good round of applause for Ryan Stabler. Deuxième au championnat ici du côté de Cornwall, le 77E de Ryan Stabler qui connaît une excellente saison. So guys, Tim will be ready for heat number 3. 8 cars will answer the call again.
That is true. Very true. 8 cars ready to go. And another tough heat as well. Last week's runner-up will lead him down to green. That will be the 28 of Kurt Kaye to Cornwall. Beside him, we'll go Moise Paget in car number 66, row number 2. That is Dan Reef, the reigning Mod Light champion at the Mohawk International Raceway. He's in the Sportsman car number 55. Beside him out of Cornwall in car number 04, that's Scott McGill. Row number 3, Gavin Riddell making his Cornwall debut in the Sportsman ranks. It's in the 9G out of Cardinal, Ontario. Beside him out of Cornwall in car number 94, that is Gabe Sear, your current point leader in now 2019 Race for the Cure Sportsman Series champion, the Next Level Home Improvement 0 of Shane Pecor and Chris Ferguson in the 08 machine. That is your starting lineup. 8 cars ready to go, 8 laps the distance, ready to go at the Wired Audio Fire Zone in turn number 4. Green lights are on, we're underway. Quickly into 1 and 2 they go. It's Kurt Kaye taking away the lead. Moise Paget and Scott McGill occupy the top 3 spots early on. Dan Reef right there for 4th. Gavin Riddell. And Dan Reef up and over. Gavin Riddell got into him into turn number 3 and 4. He went to go by on the bottom. They made slight contact and upside down Dan Reef went. Red lights are on. Chris Ferguson, he's able to back away. Gavin Riddell, he had the run down on the inside lane to get by Dan Reef, and the two of them just made a bit of contact there. And on this heavy racetrack, it doesn't take much for these drivers to get out of shape. So Dan Reef trying to make his way out of the racetrack, and he is making his way out, so I believe he is going to be okay down there. Let's give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Climbing out of the race car, of course, Dan, he competes in novice sportsman competition at Mohawk on Friday nights. Has not won yet this year. Gavin Riddell, he has been competing with us every week at MIR on Fridays as well. Has 3 wins in the novice sportsman ranks this year. He has since moved up to the regular division. He'll take his JR Transportation number 9 to pit road as Dan Reef takes the walk back. So Dan Reef, as I mentioned, he had a solid year last year in the Mod Light division at Mohawk, claiming the season-long championship over there as well. Taking a look at his season from a year ago over at the Mohawk International Raceway. Solid year in the Mod Light class. 4 wins on the season. The man out of Parrishville, New York. Said he made his way over here tonight just to get some laps in because, of course, as we all know, Mohawk got rained out rather early. They canceled due to the impending weather conditions, and it turned out it was the correct decision because not too long after in the evening it came down in a hurry, and it came down in buckets, and would have washed out the program halfway through the night, which would have not been fun for anybody.
And as I mentioned, it had rained a few other times off and on throughout the day, and they're just little sprinkles, but it was enough that it fell so quickly that if you've got a track prepared, you got to keep the Packers out on it, and they would have lost the track probably 3 or 4 times had they even tried to run it. And then, of course, the big dumping that we got later on in the evening was just it was the correct call.
Yeah, and Can-Am, they got a huge pounding of rain, too, as well. At about 3 o'clock, I'm standing in the pit area there, and all of a sudden it just opened up, and thunder and lightning and the whole 9 yards. I had a few friends of mine in the area, a few friends of mine that are farmers in the area. They were loading up hay under their wagons, and they said they had to go and take cover under some sort of a tree out in the field if they could find one because the rain was so heavy. My dad was one of those guys, actually, that was out in the field working and found himself having to go find some trees to take some shade under so he could get out of the rain, and he did that. But it was pretty tense moments for a while, but the rain let up and the skies were beautiful all night long, and it was a great night of racing over at Can-Am. Looking forward to getting back to the regular swing of things over across the pond at Mohawk Friday night, though, as the next level home improvement third and final heat for the sportsman. Ready to go. Green Kurt Kaye is on the hammer, and we're back underway. Moise Paget, 4 wins this season, working his way up on the top side of the racetrack is Shane Pecor. He started back in position number 8, and he's got a quick car. He closes in on the top 2. That's Scott McGill, Chris Ferguson, and the 94 of Gabe Sear right there for positions 4, 5, and 6 as the top 3 are breaking away from the rest of the field. Kurt Kaye in control of the lead. Moise Paget holds second, but Shane Pecor right there to challenge him down on the bottom. 4 laps down, 4 more to go, and the leader, Curtis Caillo, and Chris Ferguson loops it around in between turns 1 and 2, and that will bring the caution flag back out here with 3 laps. So Chris Ferguson will join at the tail of the field. We'll be ready to go back under the green flag in just a moment as Curtis Kaye will lead him back down to the line. Moise Paget in the 66. Great season so far for him this year. Just love saying the hometown that he is from, St. Louis de Gonzague, Quebec. I don't know why, but it's just fun to say. Like when I was at Can-Am in Brockville this last couple nights saying Paulicola Giovanni. That was a fun deal to say too. But in any event, we're ready to go green to have some fun here. 4 laps are down, 4 more to go. At the Wired Audio Fire Zone in turns 3 and 4, we're back underway. Curtis Kaye with the advantage, and Moise Paget once again up on that outside lane. He's got a good look up there, but Kurt Kaye still just too strong through there as Shane Pecor holds the 3 spots. Scott McGill and now Gabriel Sear up to the top 5 for the first time as they head into 1 and 2. Curtis Kaye doing all he can to hold back the very determined Moise Paget into turns 3 and 4. They are close together coming off of turn number 4. 2 to go for Kurt Kaye as they head up into turns 1 and 2. Kaye down on the bottom, and Moise Paget trying to work that second lane in. Shane Pecor trying to move it up as well. Scott McGill reeling in the top 3 right now as they come down to the line for the white flag. One more trip around. Curtis Kaye in command of the field, and he'll pull it to the bottom as the battle is on for second. Paget opened up the lane, but Pecor was not able to capitalize into turn number 3. Checkered flag is out, and Curtis Kaye will collect the win. Second will be Moise Paget. Shane Pecor up for third, followed by Scott McGill and Gabriel Sear, the top 5. Chris Ferguson completes the rest of the field. So that does it for the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman. They'll be back later on for their 25-lap feature go. But this man, runner-up last week, wants to do one better here tonight in the Cornwall Mazda 28. How about it for Kurt Kaye? Northeast Late Model Alliance ready to take center stage here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. And Huey's got the call for heat race number 1.
Yes, Timmy, I do. Got the lineup right here in front of me, and I got to send a shout out to a couple of my buddies in the crowd making it out this evening. Kevin Harkwell, Kevin McDonald, and Corey McNish, and Jamie McDonald as well. Hope you're having a good time at the racetrack, boys. I know these guys have been dirt car fans as long as I have, going way back into grade school. I went to grade school with some of these guys. So, and there we are. The car's giving a wave to the director up here in the tower. Sam Paniccio in the 311. Stephen Baldwin in the 557 of Charlie Sandercock. Austin King goes away in the 89. Dale Caswell in the 19. Craig Graham in the 98, and we are underway. Sandercock around the outside. Of course, Charlie, you know, ran with the World of Outlaw many times here when they came to Cornwall, and he makes no mistake of this. Jumps out into the early lead. Charlie Sandercock putting on a show way out in front, starting to pull away from the rest of the field. And some action a little further back. Dale Caswell moving up some spots, tries to work down to the inside with the 19. It's all single file right now. Charlie Sandercock trying the outside line this time. He's pulling away from the rest of the field. Rob Pitts as well, turning some pretty good laps, hanging on to that third spot. Craig Graham working it down to the inside. Good battle going on for second and third. Caswell's trying to work it around the outside. He's going to back off. He's going from fourth. There'll be 2 laps to go this time around. Charlie Sandercock from start to lap number 6 has not looked back. Benicchio hanging on to second, and it's going to be white flag on the field for Charlie Sandercock in the 57. And again, now they're all single file. Everyone seems to have found the line they like. And it's going to be Charlie Sandercock coming out of turn number 4 with the 57. He's going to take the heat win. first of 2 heats. Inicio will finish in the number 2 spot with the 3:11, and well, there you go, Timmy. That's how quickly it gets done with the late models. And this person coming down to take the victory photo, no stranger to the Cornwall Motor Speedway in a late model. And how about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for 57 of Charlie Sandercock. Of course, he ran with the World of Outlaws when they came to Cornwall the couple of times. And, of course, the Ontario vintage late models as well.
And he dominated the Rush late model series when they went to Granby and RPM earlier on this season, winning the both events. And he leads the points in the combined championship of the Northeast Late Model Alliance. So he's the guy to watch tonight for sure, as he had won last year here at the Speedway. So was pretty dominant in that first heat. Second heat is on the Speedway. We have the 5 of Stephen Baldwin. We'll start first. 29 of Phil Potts. 13 of Kevin Gowdy will start in position at number 3. 7 of Adam Naylor will start fourth as we go green. Issues here for Gowdy in the 15 of Tim Gillespie, but right now it's all Phil Potts that leads the way. Phil Potts qui mène cette deuxième qualification en Northeast Late Model Alliance devant le 5 de Stephen Baldwin. Almost running side by side between Potts and Baldwin here for the lead. Potts, one of the good runners in that series, as well as a few top 3 and top 5 finishes here at the Speedway. The 5 of Baldwin makes a move, takes the lead over Phil Potts. But Potts, we'll see, he'll go on the top side, but that didn't work as the 7 of Adam Naylor taking the second spot over Phil Potts with the 55 also in the mix, the 55 of Bradley Raynar. And the 87 of Andrew Hennessy, the second car of the Sandercock stable here tonight at the Speedway, currently running 5th, but right now it's all Stephen Baldwin in the lead with 2 laps to go, 2 tours à faire dans cette deuxième de 2 qualifications en Northeast Late Model Alliance. Stephen Baldwin dominant jusqu'ici, le 7 de Adam Naylor qui semble s'approcher mais va manquer de temps. White flag, le blanc est donné. La bataille pour la 3e place entre Potts et le 55 de Bradley Raynar, but la victoire viendra au 5. Checker flag will come for Stephen Baldwin, 7 of Adam Naylor in 2nd, Phil Potts in 3rd, 55 of Bradley Raynar in 4th, and the A7 of Andrew Hennessy rounds out the top 5. Dominant run here for the 5 of Stephen Baldwin. So good round of applause for this driver. Will be in the hunt for the win here tonight for the Northeast Late Model Alliance. So modifieds are lining up. We'll have 2 heats in the next level home improvement modifieds, and then we'll have our first feature of the evening. We'll have a redraw for the top 6 in the late models that will occur later on in the evening during intermission time, but right now it's all loud and dirty modified action.
Yes, it is, and those redraw drivers will be Charlie Sandercock, Steve Baldwin, Sammy Panaccio, Adam Naylor, Austin King, and Phil Potts. So that will be your redraw order there for the top 6 as the Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds ready to go trackside. Going to be led by a very familiar face who already has 1 heat win in his only start this year. That is the Little Hammer, Stefan LaFrance, in car number 87. On the outside will go the 66. That's Kyle Dingwall. Row 2 is Lee Lannister in the 88 along with the 96 of JF Corriveau. Row number 3, the 17, that'll be Mark Terrian alongside of Corey Wheeler in the 47S. Row number 4, it's Mario Claire. Super Mario will go from spot number 7 in the 24 with a 151 of Brian Slim McDonald. Cale Robidoux will complete the rest of your field in car number 46. 10 laps is the distance. Dwaron Engineering Cup points on the line for the top 5, and we're green. Steph jumps out into the lead. Kyle Dingwall immediately jumped down to the bottom to try to take away position number 2, and he accomplished that as they exit turn number 4. LaFrance in control. Dingwall back there for second. The battle is on for third now. Lee Ladisser off of a runner-up finish to Ryan Arbuthnot last night at Brockville, trying to get by the 96 of J.F. Corvo for position number 3, and he will do so down the front stretch as Corey Wheeler has jumped up into the top 5. Mark Terrian, Cale Robidoux, Mario Claire, and Brian McDonald will complete the rest of your field, but it's a 2-car breakaway at the front of the field right now with Stefan LaFrance in control. Into turn number 1, he's working that mid-portion of the speedway, but Kyle Dingwall is not letting up. He's right there nipping at his heels into turn number 3 as we got a car way off the top side. That is Mark Terrian in turn number 2, and that will bring out the caution flag.
Well, Timmy, I think something went away on the 17 of Terrian because he was making that left turn, went off, and then a hard right and parked it out there.
And something may be going away on the left rear of the 96 of J.F. Corvo. Looks like some sort of suspension problem. That car is leaning over big time on the left rear, so he will have to take that to pit road, and he is doing just that right now. But you're right, yeah, Mark Terrian went straight off that turn over there. Not sure what happened, but he is getting pushed away, so hopefully he'll be able to refire and join at the back of the field. Oh, white flag to be displayed. As the field pacing down the back straightaway, 4 laps down, 6 more to go. First of 2 10-lap heat events and allowed a dirty 3:58 modifieds. Ready to go with the wired audio fire zone in turn number 4. Stefan LaFrance on the hammer, and we're back underway. Kyle Dingwall stays even terms with him down into corners 1 and 2, but LaFrance, the veteran that he is, drives away down into turn number 3. Corey Wheeler has made his way to the top 3 as they make their way down in front. 5 laps down, 5 to go, and Stefan LaFrance shows the way down off of corner number 2. 66 of Kyle Dingwall right there with him. He is not letting up whatsoever as LaFrance pushes up to the top side, down across the line. 6 laps are down. And right now, Kyle Dingwall is making Stefan LaFrance earn this one if he wants to win it. Down into turn number 3, Corey Wheeler settles back in there in spot number 3. The 88 of Lee Ladisser. Battle is on now for the 5 spot as Mario Claire jumps into the top 5 for the first time tonight. Coming down the back stretch, Dingwall has a look down on the bottom. LaFrance trying to hold him at bay up on the top side of the racetrack. 2 to go this time by. Race is far from over with. Kyle Dingwall down low. Stefan LaFrance down the back straightaway. Wheel to wheel into turn number 3. LaFrance trying to hold Dingwall at bay as they come down to the line. White flag in the air. Into turns 1 and 2. Dingwall still digging down on the bottom. LaFrance has got it wound up on the top side. Dingwall out by a half a car length. Into turn number 3. Checkered flag is waving. Kyle Dingwall's going to get the win. Second will go to Stefan LaFrance. Third to Corey Wheeler. Lee Ladisser and Mario Claire, the top 5. Oh my, what a run that was, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Dingwall pulls off the win as he will get the maximum 5 points for a heat win. Stefan LaFrance, great run, but he comes up 1 spot short into second. Corey Wheeler to third. Lee Ladisser and Mario Claire, those drivers will get Dwaron Engineering Cup points. And he's in victory lane. How about it for the 66 of Kyle Dingwall? Believe it or not, Stefan LaFrance has a tie to the Dingwall family. He actually drove a sportsman car that was prepared by the late Ford Dingwall back in the early 90s. And was very successful, by the way.
Yeah.
Won a lot of races.
Well, that's where he made his jump up to the modified division as well. And
yep.
Still shows that he's no stranger to this track and he knows the quick way around. But unofficially, that jumps Kyle Dingwall 1 point ahead of Corey Wheeler for the overall lead for the Loud and Dirty Modified division as we roll our second heat out onto the track. Michael Maresca goes away off the pole with the 7mm. Paul Amell, the 13P on the outside pole. And it's Louis Jackson Jr., the 18JR. Kerry Terrence, the 66X on the outside of that second row. Danny Gagne in the 90 inside of row number 3 on the outside. Joey Lattiser in the 23. And Tristan Draper goes away at the back of the field with the 17. And the wired audio zone sign, we get a good green start. And Michael Maresca leads him down the front stretch through 1 and 2. Louis Jackson Jr. down to the bottom. He gets around Hamel for second. Paul Hamel slips back one spot. Kerry Terrence now battling with Danny Gagne for fourth. And Michael Maresca, that St. Lawrence Radiology ride, pulling away from the field. Louis Jackson Jr. tucked right in behind. Paul Hamel in third. Now the battle is for fourth with Kerry Terrence and Danny Gagne. He's not giving up that fourth spot. Now Michael Maresca in the lead, putting down some pretty good laps early on here in the second and final Loud and Dirty Modified heat. Track a little bit different than what they've been used of lately, Tim. It's been really dry, but it's a little on the heavy side this evening, and all the drivers taking full advantage of that, and they're running all different lines early on. Michael Maresca using every inch of that track and showing all the extra seat time he's been getting with the big blocks as well as he pulls away very easily in this heat. Michael Maresca in the lead. Louis Jackson Jr. tucked in a second. Paul Amell hanging on a third. Kerry Terrence picks up one spot, gets by Gagne. Now Joey Lattiser down to the bottom as well with the 23. He takes away fifth from Gagne. Danny Gagne slipping back a couple of spots with the 90. Michael Maresca in the lead with the 7mm as he brings it around this time. There'll be 3 laps to go in the second of 2 Loud and Dirty Modified 358 class. Michael Maresca bringing it back around by the flag stand. He'll be shown 2 laps to go. Louis Jackson Jr. still hanging on a second ahead of Paul Amell. He's in third with the 13. Kerry Terrence trying to close the gap with Paul Amell, but seems to be going the other direction as the white flag flies. 1 more lap to go for Michael Maresca as he brings it through 3 and 4. Now past the flag stand, and we get the checkered flag. Michael Maresca takes the heat win. Louis Jackson Jr. finishes second, and it's Paul Amell third with the 13. Kerry Terrence fourth, and Joey Lattiser in the 23 rounding out fifth. And wow, a little action after the race. Kerry Terrence and Joey Lattiser get into each other. It's going to be interesting. They park right next to each other as well.
I don't think that this is going to be over. Joey Lattiser, he'll probably he'll not like that. That's for sure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the 7M of Michael Maresca? Yes, that was a little push going on in the race, and well, no Rubbins racing, and yeah, carrying it down a little bit on the backstretch. So they got a little tongue wagging on the one-way and told to back it down.
And the points are so tight as well in the modifies. I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but there's only 1 point difference between the top 3. So Corey Wheeler leads with 446. Terrence and Dingwall were tied at 445. So and Dingwall got 5 points for his win heat.
Corey got 3.
So
Dingwall leapfrogs in the first. Kerry Terrence picked up, I believe, 2 points for a fourth place.
Yeah, 2 points for his fourth. So
it's nice and tight at the top of the 358 Loud and Dirty Modified division.
And I expect it will be like that just up to September 1st. As we're going feature time, première finale de la soirée, first feature of the evening, 15 laps, mini stock. So you have the 1 eye of Chris James, 27 of Thomas McDonald, 17 of Yannick Potvin, 2X of James Clark, 21R of Richard Thornton, 30 of Marc Dagenet, 30B of JC Bouchard, 22J, our points leader Justin Jaudoin, 3 of Mike Gaucher looking for win number 3 in a row for that driver. We'll start in position number 9. In position number 10, we have the 2 of François Belair, 42M of Mike Laplante, 23D of Sean Duval, and 23B of Brendan McMillan. Donc 13 voitures en piste. 13 cars answered the call. Another good group of mini stocks. It's been good for the last few weeks in this class. They put on a great show last week. Hopefully they'll do it again this week as we go green over vert. Our defending track champion Chris James to the lead in front of Yannick Potvin and Thomas McDonald. François Belair hits the 21R really hard here. The 21 is able to continue. The 20 of Richard Thornton. Good battle in front. The top 5 cars running together. Jaune est lancé, yellow is out. 2 cars heading to the pits. The 23B of Brendan McMillan and 21R of Richard Thornton heading to the pits. Race director Joël Doiron sending some instructions to the 2 of François Belair. He entered the turn number 4 really hard, hitting the 21 of Richard Thornton, causing some damage to that machine. So being penalized, will start to the back on the next restart. Vous avez vu le 2 de l'instruction donnée par notre directeur de course, Joël Doiron, au 2 de François Belair. On l'envoie à l'arrière ici. On l'a vu frapper extrêmement fort la voiture 21 de Richard Thornton dans le tournant numéro 3. So we have 2 laps completed, 2 tours de complété. These guys will be in the spotlight next week, the mini stocks, as we are closing the Weekend Warriors series. They'll have a 20-lap event for that series. Should have a good field of cars. A few drivers of Quebec are expected to come here on that evening, as it will be autograph night. Ce sera la soirée autographe. Ces pilotes auront une finale de 20 tours la semaine prochaine, comptant pour la série Weekend Warriors. Dernière manche de cette série qui donne évidemment un fond de points, mais également tous les pilotes qui étaient présents. On va faire un tirage la semaine prochaine pour une passe de saison depuis pour 2020. So all the drivers that were in perfect attendance will have a chance to win a 2020 season pass, which is worth about $400. All right, so further instructions here. We're doubling up the cars. White flag has been displayed. Blanc est donné pour les mini-stock ici. Assist to sell. Tracy Wheeler. On ira au vert ici à l'enseigne Wired Audio. We'll go to green at the Wired Audio sign. Chris James is your leader. We go green over vert. James to the lead with Yannick Potvin still running second. We'll have to watch the 3 of Mike Gaucher challenging for that 4th position. He started 9th. He's making his way through the field. Rookie battle as well between James Clark and Thomas McDonald for that 3rd position. James and the 17 of Yannick Potvin are side by side, côte à côte ici entre Le 17 de Yannick Potvin qui vient prendre les commandes sur Chris James. Il faudra surveiller le 2 de James Clark à la recherche d'une première victoire cette saison dans cette catégorie des ennuis ici pour Mike Gaucher. Issues for Mike Gaucher. Will the streak end for that driver? We'll head to the pits. Had 1-2 in a row. Veteran driver making a return almost full time with us in the mini stock division, heading to the pits. We have a new leader on lap number 5, Yannick Potvin, with Chris James and James Clark. A lot of rookies in the mini stock division this year. James Clark is one of them. Sean Duval, Mike Laplante, Brendan McMillan, and Thomas McDonald are all battling for that Rookie of the Year title. Good to see a lot of newcomers in that division, as it had struggled in the last few years, and in the last few weeks it's been good with over a dozen cars, and expecting nearly 16 to 20 cars next week for that 20-lap event.
Yeah, and these newcomers to this division, they are good cars too. They're contending for wins. James Clark has been one of the top drivers in this class as far as the rookie battle is concerned, and Thomas McDonald, he's not too far off either. Just won his first heat race, so him and James Clark really the leading rookie battle right now on track.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking the points. James Clark is currently third in points in the series with 442. Thomas McDonald is fourth with 373. And Tyler Lamarche in the 22 TJ is currently fifth with 356. So James Clark has a good lead over the rest of the group for the Rookie of the Year contenders. But still, quality ride. Nice to see.
Two second-place finishes as well this year back in June, so we'll see if he can improve.
Yep. So we're going back to green, de retour au vert. 5 tours de complété, 10 à faire, 10 laps to go. We're 3 wide in turn number 3, but the battle is still on for the lead between Potvin and the one eye of Chris James, side by side in front of the grandstands here, completing lap number 6. Potvin having the edge over James with Marc Dagenet now in third. A lot of position changes behind the leaders. Dagenet looking for his second win of the season. Halfway point, mi-course. Yannick Potvin still your race leader in front of Chris James. Marc Dagenet is your third place runner. Good battle with Justin Jodoin, our points leader in this division, looking for his first title in the Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell mini stock, battling with the 30 of Marc Dagenet. But right now it's all Yannick Potvin with 5 laps to go. Potvin looking for another win this season with Chris James in second. Good battle for that third position between Justin Jodoin and Marc Dagenet. Bonne bataille pour la troisième position ici entre Justin Jodoin et Marc Dagenet. James Clark en quatrième position. En cinquième plutôt, avec François Belair sixième. Bonne avance pour Yannick Potvin, mais Chris James attend une erreur du meneur. On verra si James est capable de se rapprocher. To front runners distance the rest of the field. We'll see if James has something for the 17 of Yannick Potvin. 2 laps to go, 2 tours à faire dans cette finale. white flag is being displayed. Le blanc est donné ici pour Yannick Potvin à la recherche d'une deuxième victoire cette saison. En mini-stock, les quadrillés sont lancés pour le 17 de Yannick Potvin. Vient chercher la victoire devant Chris James et Justin Jaudoin. Oh.
And Yannick Potvin back in victory lane, his second win of the year, his first since June the 30th. So perfect timing for Yan to get back into the winner's circle here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. In this assist-to-sell mini-stock division, he has 4 heat wins this year, so pretty solid year. Of course, Justin Jodwayne leads all drivers with 3 feature wins on the year. And Mike Gaucher has 2. Yannick Potvin now has his second. Marc Dagenet and Nicolas Lamoureux are the only other winners in the now 9 events held for the assist-to-sell mini-stock class. I'd like to thank Archer's Poultry Farm for being on hand, and one of their representatives is making their way down.
Now it'll be Nick Souligny going across to make the trophy presentation on behalf of Archer's Poultry, and Martin will be down there to do the interview with Yannick, a very happy Yannick Potvin. And we'll send it trackside now to Martin Belanger.
Thanks, Huey. Yes, is the second win of the season for Yannick Potvin.
Points leader from last year, so he's out of the car. The 17 of Yannick Potvin. Good round of applause for him. Yannick, félicitations, belle victoire ce soir. Une bonne bataille avec Chris James. On parle depuis quelques semaines de votre division. On a de plus en plus de voitures qui s'ajoutent au programme, puis des bonnes voitures également. Ça doit être plaisant de gagner devant un si bon peloton de voitures.
Oui, on l'a eu rough cette année. La semaine passée, on a sauté notre moteur. Je veux dire un gros merci à mon frère parce qu'il s'occupe de son sportsman. Puis en plus, on a tout changé le moteur. Sans lui, je ne pourrais pas courser.
Est-ce qu'on a d'autres gens je sais que ça a été une bonne bataille avec Chris James, mais est-ce qu'on a d'autres gens? On a plusieurs commanditaires sur cette voiture-là également? Oui,
surtout Service Potvin, c'est le garage de mon père. C'est le seul qui me donne pas mal qui de l'aide avec la voiture. Puis tous mes boys et tout, ils viennent souvent aux courses, ils sont tout le temps là. Puis je suis bien content. Puis aussi, je veux dire un gros thumbs up à tous les rookies de cette année. Ils sont vraiment, vraiment strong. Ils ont vraiment des bonnes voitures et bon courage pour eux autres.
Donc, félicitations pour ta victoire, Yannick. On va t'en souhaiter d'autres cette saison. Your feature winner, I'll translate just a little bit. So, Yannick Potvin is saying that he's a big thank you to his brother who has provided some help over the last week. He blew his engine last week, being able to return this week with the 17 car. Seems to have a good power plant under that car, so he was able to win tonight. And he gave a shout out to all the rookies as well in the division. They're running really well, so big shout out to these drivers. So again, big round of applause for that 17 of Yannick Potvin, your mini stock winner here tonight. So guys, I'll be sending it back to you as we're starting intermission.
Well, thanks a lot, Martin. Great job down there as always. And yes, Timmy, we are into the intermission. And of course, there will be the draw coming up very shortly. And of course, well, let's talk a little bit about those points that we did earlier in the Loud and Dirty Modified division. Corey Wheeler finished third, so he picked up his points. Of course, Kyle Dingwall picked up maximum 5, so that leapfrogs have passed Corey by 1. And Kerry Terrence picked up 2. So again, it keeps it nice and close. Of course, this is all unofficial until they're all teched and
Sur le 360 Nitro.tv pour la capsule à toute vitesse avec Martin Bélanger. Salut Martin!
Salut!
Martin, autre soirée ici ce soir, soirée late model. Écoute, on les a vus au Québec.
Oui.
Belle petite série. Série qu'on dit que coûte pas trop cher.
puis il donne toujours un bon spectacle quand même.
Oui, ce soir, c'est une autre série qui est ici, c'est la Northeast Late Model Alliance, qui est une série qui englobe ici Brighton, Fulton, puis Genesee Speedway. C'est un mélange de ces 4 pistes-là. Puis on a beaucoup de pilotes qui est assemblable à la série Rush qui est allée au Québec. Donc, justement, derrière nous, on a les voitures de Charlie Sandercock. En ce moment, on a près entre 16 et 18 voitures qui sont ici ce soir. Donc, je pense que ça va être un très bon spectacle.
Martin, il y a un gros show qui s'en vient dans la semaine prochaine, si je ne me trompe pas. Oui. À Orange County, j'aimerais que tu me parles un peu de ce show, parce que il n'y a pas d'argent à faire là.
Non, ben c'est ça. C'est l'événement le plus riche, je pense, de l'histoire pour les pilotes modifiés. On va donner 100 000. Le Orange County célèbre leur 100e anniversaire cette saison. Puis les commanditaires là-bas, Almar est très pesant là-bas, le commanditaire de Stuart Friesen. Puis on va avoir une finale de 160 tours le samedi qui va payer 100 000 $ au vainqueur. Je pense que c'est 1000 ou 1500 pour partir. Mais c'est le 100 000 qui fait jaser beaucoup. Puis ça commence le jeudi, il y a des courses le jeudi, le vendredi, puis le samedi. Puis je pense qu'il y a des 100 tours le jeudi et le vendredi également, avec des 10 à 15 000 au gagnant également. Donc il y a beaucoup d'argent au cours du week-end. C'est du jamais vu, parce que si on compare maintenant avec Super Dirt Week ou avec d'autres événements qu'on a dans le coin ici, puis ça va être vraiment autre chose. Moi, la seule chose que je déplore, c'est qu'ils font ça en plein milieu de l'été. Ça va faire mal aux autres pistes parce qu'il y a plusieurs des gros noms qui ont déjà confirmé leur place pour cette course-là, dont Matt Shepard. Donc, Matt Shepard, ça veut dire qu'il sera pas à Land of Legends, Stuart Friesen. Tous les gros noms ont pas mal déjà confirmé qu'ils seraient du côté de Middletown à Orange County. Donc, moi, c'est cette petite portion-là que je déplore un peu parce que les pistes qui ouvrent quand même un samedi soir d'une façon régulière, il y a bien des tracks qui vont travailler quand même avec Middletown qui ne donneront pas de points ou vont donner des points de présence à l'autre piste. Mais ça risque de faire mal côté business parce que tu vas perdre des amateurs puis tu vas perdre également des bons coureurs. Tes vedettes risquent d'être du côté de Middletown.
Moi, je pense, Martin, que plus que ça va avancer dans les années, plus qu'on va assister à ces genres de programmes-là, parce qu'on sait que les programmes plus locaux commencent à être plus difficiles à attirer. Là, je pense qu'on va commencer à mettre beaucoup plus d'événements, beaucoup plus payants.
Ben, j'ai l'impression que ça, il va y avoir beaucoup d'yeux rivés, oui, sur la course comme telle, mais comme tu dis, je pense que l'événement, on va voir si ça va faire ce genre de happening, que ça risque de revenir avec les années. Parce qu'on le voit beaucoup dans les late modèles, dans les sprints. Il y a beaucoup de shows à 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 000 que tu as les meilleurs qui se présentent là. Donc, je pense qu'on essaie de faire ça. Puis, notre classe veut pas dans l'État de New York, il y a assez de pistes, puis il y a assez d'équipes ou de promoteurs qui ont les moyens de peut-être être capables de faire ce genre d'événement-là. Donc, j'ai comme l'impression que ça risque de faire des petits. Mais encore là, des fois, on fait un show à 2000, puis tu as 30, 40, 50 chars qui se présentent. Donc, c'est dur à voir ce genre de choses-là. Mais présentement, je pense qu'ils vont gagner leur pari parce qu'ils sont rendus à 45 ou 50 confirmés. Donc, tu as toujours 20-30 voitures qui ne sont pas confirmées. Donc, c'est sûr que ça ne sera pas un 200 modifié parce qu'il y a d'autres pistes qui roulent autour, mais tu vas avoir la qualité et puis la quantité également. Là.
Exact. Martin, comme deuxième sujet, une bonne cause qui vous tient à cœur, c'est les enfants dans le besoin. Pour la rentrée des classes, on sait que la rentrée des classes, ce qui est supposé être gratis, coûte extrêmement cher. Et au Cornwall Motor Speedway, vous avez décidé de mettre la main à la pâte pour aider ces jeunes-là. Oui, bien, c'est une initiative, j'avais parlé l'année passée dans un des topos qu'on faisait. On copie un petit peu l'idée de ce qu'ils font à Airborne, puis du côté d'une autre piste américaine, Can-Am. Puis, ce qu'on fait, c'est qu'on a demandé aux gens, on lance le défi aux équipes ici et aux amateurs également, de bâtir un sac d'école puis mettre des systèmes scolaires dedans, comme des cahiers, des crayons, toutes sortes de choses. Puis la piste, comme telle, les lavergnes ont embarqué, eux-mêmes en font 10. Tantôt, j'ai parlé aux pilotes ici, aux équipes, puis on était déjà rendu à 50 déjà de ramasser, parce qu'il y a une œuvre de charité du côté de Cornwall qui embarque, qui nous en donne 30. Puis déjà ici, j'en ai déjà ramassé un extra 25. Brian McDonald m'en donne 10, puis JF Corriveau a relancé un petit peu Brian McDonald, puis dit « je vais vous en donner probablement 15 ». Donc, j'ai l'impression qu'il y a certaines équipes qui vont se lancer la balle, puis c'est les jeunes qui vont gagner avec ça. Puis notre but, c'est d'offrir les sacs. On s'est associé avec une campagne de charité à Cornwall qui s'appelle Rachel's Kids, qui aide les enfants dans le besoin dans la région de Cornwall. Donc, on va donner une portion des sacs à cette association-là. Puis le restant des sacs, on va les faire tirer aux enfants ici le 25 août. Donc, c'est tout le monde là-dedans qui va être gagnant. Oui, c'est une belle cause. Ça fait de la belle publicité pour la piste, mais n'empêche qu'on ne fait pas ça pour ça. On fait vraiment ça pour les enfants.
Puis, tu sais, on sait, la région de Cornwall, c'est pas une région qui est super riche non plus. Donc, si on peut donner un coup de main aux gens, qu'on peut redonner aux gens, c'est super. Puis, les Lavergne ont embarqué là-dedans à 100 000 $ dans ce style-là. Puis, je les remercie beaucoup, là.
Bon, on sait que la famille Lavergne a beaucoup le cœur sur la main pour ce genre de cause-là, effectivement. Martin, un autre sujet. La semaine prochaine, dans 2 semaines, pardon, c'est le gros show ici à Cornwall Motor Speedway. Bon, là, avant, on disait le gros show, mais à cette heure qu'Orange County donne 100 000, on va dire un petit show avec du petit change. Le 22 août, il y a le show à 12 000 ici, là, au gagnant.
Oui, c'est ça, le Race for the Cure 150, c'est notre 3e édition qu'on fait cette année. Je sais que Raymond travaille déjà très fort, il lance des idées, puis on travaille sur certaines surprises là, qu'on va annoncer dans les prochains jours, aux prochaines semaines, peu importe, mais je sais que Raymond travaille beaucoup il parle beaucoup avec certains pilotes, puis on aimerait avoir Matt Shepard, Stuart Friesen, ces gars-là, attirer les grosses vedettes pour être capable de les avoir ici dans cette soirée-là. Il y a beaucoup de drivers conducteurs qui nous ont déjà confirmé, là, Eric Rudolph, Matt Williamson vont être ici, Mike Mahaney. J'ai l'impression que ceux qui étaient ici le 14 juillet, la série 358, j'ai comme l'impression que le peloton risque de ressembler beaucoup à ce soir-là. En plus peut-être d'un Friesen, d'un Matt Shepard, on travaille là-dessus là, pour essayer de les attirer. Puis je suis sûr que 12 000 $, ça l'attire. Puis l'année passée, bien évidemment, on a vu Matt Shepard qui était gagné le 12 000, donc il se souvient très bien de cet événement-là. Donc on va voir ça, on est capable d'attirer ces gars-là. Puis on ramasse encore des fonds pour la série Race for the Cure, la fondation Race for the Cure. On est déjà rendu à 8 500 de gagnés, on avait 11 000 l'année passée. Donc notre but, c'est de surpasser ça. Donc on a beaucoup de choses là, qui roulent en ce moment ici à la piste, là. Les sacs à dos plus cette fondation-là. Donc il y a beaucoup de choses, puis les gens sont extrêmement généreux, puis on les remercie beaucoup.
Ce qu'on souhaite, bien entendu, c'est du beau temps pour un jeudi soir.
Jusqu'à date, je sais que c'est encore loin, mais il annonce 27 avec pas de nuages, 10 %. On va espérer que ça reste comme ça. Puis même le mercredi puis le vendredi, il annonce beau. Habituellement, c'est bon signe. Donc on va espérer, on se croise les doigts que ça reste comme ça. Si jamais c'est cancellé, on le remet le 15 septembre, le dimanche le 15, qui est le lendemain ici du côté de Mohawk. Donc, on a une date de pluie pour cet événement-là, mais on se croise les doigts, on veut le faire le 22.
Oui, parce qu'on sait que le mois d'août, la première date est toujours la meilleure. Oui. Donc, on va souhaiter du bon temps.
Excellent.
Martin, merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Bonne soirée.
Toi aussi.
C'est le 360nitro.tv. Steve Bertin, Martin Bélanger, tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
360 nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Hey, comme ça, ouais, je suis naturel.
Moi, là, j'oserais pas t'insulter après avoir vu le vidéo. Il y a des tapes à la gueule qui se perdent. Un naturel, Rocky Balboa, il y a mieux de se tenir.
Ouais, mais t'as vu, Rocky, il a fait...
Ils t'ont pas appelé pour Rocky 7, 8?
Oui, bien c'est ça, il y a des retours, hein, il y a des comebacks. Fait que, ouais, c'est ça, il y a plusieurs personnes qui m'ont approché, ouais.
Mais avec cette vidéo-là, là, je sais même pas qu'est-ce que tu fais encore à 360. T'as une deuxième carrière qui t'attend. Moi, d'après moi, il y a de la grosse argent à faire.
Ouais, tant qu'à ça. Mais toi, comme promoteur, tu pourrais peut-être t'associer à moi?
Moi, si la bataille part dans le pitch, je cherche le fouineur. C'est sûr que je cherche le fouineur.
Okay.
Tu viendras nous aider.
OK. Donner suite. Ben oui, ça serait bon. Ben là, ça va prendre quelqu'un aussi là, pour nous donner de l'eau.
Ma femme, elle va te... Oh, ouais, on prend les sandwichs puis l'eau.
Sandwich, ils ont dû être gérés en tabarnouche.
Avant le combat, c'est trop.
Oui, c'est un peu trop. Ouais, c'est dur à mon âge là, de gérer ça. Et Seigneur.
Mais la vidéo, les sceptiques seront confondus. Quand tu parles de ton âge, là, ça ne tient plus dans la vidéo. Là. Les push-ups, les set-ups, les roulages à terre, les tapes à la gueule, les tailleurs qui revolent. Oublie ça, ton âge. Là. Terminé, ça, c'est qu'un chiffre.
Oui, mais ils n'ont même pas pris le 10e de tout ce que j'ai fait.
C'est ça que je dis. Moi, nous autres, on l'a vu, la terre tremblait.
Ah oui, tu m'as vu de loin?
Le pit t'a vu au complet. Quel athlète!
Non, mais sérieux. Mais... Hey, puis il y a bien des choses que j'ai pas faites, là. Me lever d'un bras, etc. Puis...
Aucun doute.
Aucun doute, hein? Ouais.
L'Amérique grossit, toi, tu rapetisses.
Salut, Luc.
360 nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
On continue, bien sûr, avec Brian Lefouineur, en compagnie de, bien sûr, d'Indy Make You. So, you, the driver at the Brighton.
Yes, Brighton Speedway, we run there every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night. And so far, your season there?
It's been a good season so far. Running in the top 5 most of the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
And last night?
Last night, first in a heat race and fourth in the feature.
Oh, wow. Not bad, eh? Yep. C'est un courseur, bien sûr, à plein temps à Brighton. Il est dans le top 5 cette saison. Puis hier soir, il a terminé 4e. Donc, what do you expect for tonight here in Cornwall?
Last year when we were here, we ran second fastest in the qualifying. And so I'm hoping, this is a new car to me, but hoping maybe we can qualify well. And we didn't draw real well. We're going to start near the back for the heat races, but we'll work through it. And hopefully it'd be nice to get in the top 5 again tonight.
Yeah. L'année passée, il était ici, bien sûr. Il avait connu une très belle course, en tout cas des time trials très bien. Mais là, il pige un peu en arrière, donc essaye de voir avec une nouvelle voiture. On va voir ce que ça va donner comme tel. Now, tell me about this car. This car, it's very big for me, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of sheet metal. They're wide and long. And
how many feet?
20 feet long and just 7.5 feet wide.
Okay.
Yep.
Ça a, bien sûr, 20 pieds de long par 7 pieds de large comme tel. And for the engine, what kind of engine is it?
GM crate motor, 604. They're sealed motors, so can't be tampered with. The only thing we can do is change carburetor and ignition.
Okay. C'est un crate motor GM de 604. À mener horsepower?
4 1/4, 425.
425 horsepower quand même, c'est not too bad. And about the frame, what kind of frame is it?
This car's a Pierce chassis car. It's 2013. Not a real common car around this area. A lot of cars around here are rocket cars.
Yeah.
But I had a rocket before this car, and we're trying this one. We're having good luck. This will be my 4th night in it, and we're having fun in it, and it works good.
C'est un Pierce comme body. Bien sûr, la plupart courent avec des rockets, mais il se dit satisfait, c'est sa 4e course. Only a four race with this car?
This is my 4th night in it, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Only?
Yep.
And the setup was good or what?
The setup was good. The guy I got the car from, his crew guy came kind of with the car and helped me out, and he's a big help with us. And we're just a sportsman kind of racing. We're doing it on low budget, and we have a good time and try and do what we can.
Bien sûr, il se fait aider, bien sûr, avec des membres de l'équipe parce que c'est complètement un autre châssis, un nouveau setup. And the track, the Brighton tracks, how many guys there every night?
On the average, it's about 15 cars a night. For the special nights, it'll be upwards. It can be as many as 26, but for the most part, it's 15 cars. Same 15 consistently.
Il y en a environ, bien sûr, je posais la question là-bas à Brighton, si on va là à Brighton pour voir un show. Il y a des shows réguliers, ça tourne environ de 15 voitures, mais ça peut atteindre, bien sûr, jusqu'à 26 voitures lorsqu'il y a des courses spéciales. So, thank you so much for the interview, man, and we'll see you on the track.
Okay.
Okay, thanks,
you. Guys.
Thank you. So, you go like this or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your feet first?
Yep.
Okay. You feet on the ground or what?
Oh yeah, you're almost on the ground.
Oh, attends. T'es vraiment assis à terre là-dessus, je vais vous le dire, là. Embarque là-dedans. Wow. And you go like that. There you go.
Just give her a little turn there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And this is for what?
Brake bias, front to back, so you can switch the brakes to more front or more rear brake.
Okay, and?
That's the shifter for the training.
Only 2 shift?
Yeah, same as the modified. Same Burt transmission.
OK. Bien sûr, c'est 2 vitesses, pareil comme les modifiés. Puis ça ici, c'est pour ajuster la voiture comme telle. This is for the start.
Yep.
Start. And lots of things there.
Yep.
It's for what?
Well, there's oil pressure, water temperature, oil temperature, and fuel pressure. And over here is the brake pressure gauges, so you can tell where you have more pressure, front or rear.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, and this is the RPM.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
And that's you can see there. That's
Yep,
it.
that's
Holy
it.
jeez.
But the cars when you're driving, they turn up like this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when you get on the throttle, the car turns up in the air so you can see more.
Okay. Hey, thank you. Oh wow. Hey, thank you so much.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
On fait une entrevue, bien sûr, avec Curtis Caillé. Curtis, how are your season so far?
Not too bad. We had a great finish last week in the 100-lapper. We got second from 7th place. A little inconsistent as far as finishes this year, but a little bit of bad luck with the redraw, or not the redraw, but the draws to begin with, starting a little farther back in all the heats. But tonight we drew 5th, so hopefully we can get a solid, first or second at least in the heat race and go from there. But we're always building. With the slick tracks this year, we've been able to kind of dial in the car a little bit better. And so far we're enjoying it and having as much fun as possible.
Ouais, pour résumer un petit peu ce que Curtis vient de dire, il a connu très belle soirée dimanche dernier en terminant 2e lors d'un 100 tours. C'est bien sûr, la consistance n'est pas là cette année. Il travaille dessus, l'équipe travaille fort. Et bien sûr, le tirage au sort pour lui cette année, ça n'a pas été bien sûr de son côté. Ce soir, je pense qu'il a pigé 5e. Donc, we'll see tonight with the draw, you're 5th. You never know, because the track, every Sunday, different track. And yesterday, the ring was here, eh?
Yeah. Tonight might be a little bit stickier than it's been lately, but with all the slick tracks, we've been able to kind of work on a setup for the slick tracks. And I tend to like that type of track more. It seems like it's a little funner to drive, and it's a little easier on the equipment as well, too. So, so far, we're having fun with it.
Bien, c'est sûr qu'il affectionne une track là, un peu plus collante, un peu plus. Puis c'est moins dur, sa mécanique. Par contre, dimanche dernier, c'était slick, puis il a terminé 2e. Je pense que son équipe, you have a small team, right?
Yeah, there's me, Trevor, and whoever else we can round up to come help. My girlfriend Natasha helps quite a bit.
Don't forget her.
Yeah, you don't want to forget her. My father comes often enough when he can, when he's not working, to come help. So it's usually 2 to 3 of us here. And I've got a bunch of buddies in the stands that come lend a hand when we're in a hurry, at least anyway. So, so far so good. And our points situation doesn't really show how good our car has been. Because, like I said, a little bit of bad luck with the draw at the beginning of the night, but and some bad runs, but we'll get there.
Ouais. Bien sûr qu'il y a eu des mauvaises sorties, des bad luck. Il a remercié son équipe, une petite équipe, sans oublier bien sûr sa conjointe, bien important. And how about your car? It's a Mazda or it's a Big Nate?
It's a 2017 Bicknell, and it's a Cornwall Mazda sponsored car.
Yeah.
But actually, I gotta remind myself to thank Segang Services, Norm Sego. He came on board and sponsored me this year, and I forgot to mention him last week. Okay. And Fireball Automatic Transmissions out of Williamsburg, Ontario. Nice guy to come and sponsor us this year, along with all our others that have been on last year. So.
Okay. Because we need that at the sponsor, eh?
Absolutely, we need the sponsors. It's a big chunk of change, and we need you guys too. Really appreciate what you guys do for our sport. A little bit of publicity here or there. You wouldn't believe working at the car dealership, the people that come in and they see the car and they recognize me or they recognize the car, and just adds a little bit of conversation so you can try and sell them a car.
Okay. Thank you so much, and have a good one for tonight.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Merci.
Bye-bye.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
On continue bien sûr avec Brian Lafouinage en compagnie de Louis Jackson Jr. How's your season so far, Louis?
It's okay. We could be better. You could always be better, but feel like we've been in a little bit of a slump lately, and some nights we got speed, some nights we don't. Just trying to figure things out right now. Yeah.
Ben, c'est sûr, il n'y a pas un début de saison comme il aurait voulu. Je cherche un peu, de temps en temps c'est bon, ils vont un peu plus vite, moins vite, ils essayent des choses, mais c'est pas la saison comme il aurait voulu. So, and about the series, dirt series, you make the dirt series or what?
Yeah, some of the shows we can hit. I think we went to pretty much all the shows. We missed one show in Utica, Rome, so...
Okay. Ouais. C'est sûr, il essaie de faire la série Dirt, mais il a déjà manqué une à Utica Rome. Mais il essaie de faire la plupart de la série 358. And about the big block, I know last year you a couple times you try the big block.
Yeah, we went to the big block races closer to home. We didn't travel so much with it, but yeah, we went to a few races last year. Some of the series races made out pretty decent, all right, for first year.
Yeah. Eh bien, c'est sûr qu'il a essayé l'année dernière quelques sorties aux alentours de chez lui en gros bloc. Ça demande beaucoup d'argent, beaucoup de temps également. But last year I saw you at Charlotte, right?
Yeah, we went to Charlotte. We didn't make the race. We had mechanical failures and ended up breaking down.
There, eh?
Yeah, it's real tough there. You got to be on your A game when you go there.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah. Il dit qu'à Charlotte, il est allé, puis c'était extrêmement difficile. T'es mieux d'être sur la coque quand t'arrives là-bas, parce que sinon, tu fais pas la finale. C'est un peu ce qui est arrivé. And about this year here in Cornwall, your season?
We're all right. I think we got a couple of top fives. And some nights better than others.
Yeah. And the Mohawk?
About the same at Mohawk, too. Yeah. Had a few mechanical failures at Mohawk and just trying to catch back up now.
Ben, c'est sûr qu'en Cornwall, il a fait une coupe de top 5. Puis ici, à Cornwall également, je cherche un peu. And tell me about your car. It's a big nail?
Tio Pro Car.
Tio, oh yeah, Tio, like Terrence and Brianna, everybody, hey, right?
Yeah, Kerry Terrence supplies me with all my cars, so yeah.
But it's not the brand new.
No, it's about a year and a half old, 2 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same car as last year. Just trying new things this year and trying to get a handle on it right now. It's been tough.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much for the interview, Louis, and we'll see you tonight on the track.
Yeah,
right? And finish on the podium.
I hope
right?
so. That's always the goal.
Yeah. C'est bien sûr qu'il y a une saison difficile, puis il se cherche, puis il aimerait bien ça. Son Big Night, c'est un 2017, puis il y a plusieurs choses pour essayer de soutirer, puis que la voiture de plus en plus meilleure. Voilà.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Tu t'es payé un cadeau de fête, mon... C'est quoi, ça?
Ça, c'est un pack à batterie.
Oui.
On a le droit en 4-5 d'avoir ça, monsieur.
Ah oui?
Oui, vous avez ça. Vous mettez votre douille là. Ouais. Et vous arrivez, vous mettez ça là et vous pouvez défaire vos pneus sans avoir le compresseur qui fait du bruit et vous casser les oreilles. En vente chez tous les bons détaillants marchands au Québec. On paye 2 taxes. Ici, en Ontario, on paye une taxe. Toi, Steve, comme ça, tu fais de la boxe?
Non, j'ai lâché prise.
Ouais, mais Rocky, il a commencé vieux.
Ouais, il a fait des retours, hein?
Ouais, moi avec. Ouais. Hey, excuse-moi, hein? Je me fais encore déranger. Pas capable de travailler ici, hein? Ouais. Travaille à tous les jours. Là, on a réussi à faire la mécanique. Et Guillaume, il n'a rien fait cette semaine.
Il n'a rien fait encore?
Non, il n'y a pas de débossage à faire. Là, c'est quoi tu vas faire aujourd'hui?
C'est ça, je me demandais, ouais.
Tu vas aller checker la piste. Pour que ça aille belle pour nous, là.
Oui.
Qu'on a une belle piste aujourd'hui.
Ben, je sais que j'ai vu Ron Morin l'arroser. Puis là, il fait un tour avec son grader. Okay. Puis j'ai calculé ça. Ça y prend, là. Il fume une cigarette autour. Ça y prend.
Il va poigner le cancer des poumons, pauvre gars.
Merci, Marc.
Hey, Steve, bonne soirée. Hey, bye. Bonsoir.
Il est parti.
Bonsoir, à vendredi.
Check-là, il a mis ses noix à l'envers.
Non, on a des yeux, là, on est capable de voir, monsieur. Ah. Mais là, on va prendre l'outil, là. Regarde ça.
Ah, c'est ça, là, l'impact, là.
Paye ce piton, là. Hein? Il reste plus grand jus, il va falloir la charger. Hey, check ça. bien, hein? Ouais. Ça a du torque, ça. On va mettre ça en dessous du haut d'un soir, on va peut-être gagner.
Ah, c'est peut-être ça te prendrait, ouais.
Tu sais, si on peut éliminer Mike Gaucher. Hein. Mike Gaucher, là, il y a une prélude.
Ouais.
Ben, il fait des feux, il fait du backfire. Il a amené des guimauves à soir.
Oh.
Ils s'en viennent. Les épaules, je les aurais montrées.
Et là, t'es deuxième des points, là. Ben, il y a
sérieux,
beaucoup. Sérieux, là, il y a au-dessus de 50 points de différence avec le premier, ça se peut-tu?
Non, 31 points. Il reste quoi, 3 courses avec à soir? S'il peut pas, mais tu sais, 31 points, ça se fait, mais tout peut arriver, là. Là, on joue des dés, c'est une chance, hein?
OK. C'est important, c'est finir les courses.
Oh, regarde, on s'amuse, Steve, on a du fun. La semaine passée, j'ai tourné, là, la balade de Ricky Bobby, là, regarde, faut que les gars continuent à suivre. Ça donne rien de faire deux buts de Demolition. On tourne, on a du fun, faut que tout le monde s'aime.
Okay.
S'aimer, c'est dur, hein?
Je sais pas.
Ben là, on a une calèche, ici. Okay. On va faire des tours. On le pas, je te dois un tour, hein, dans l'auto?
Oui.
Quand est-ce?
Je sais pas.
Oui, on y va, go, go. Je connais Monsieur Lavergne, c'est mon ami.
Ouais.
Il va dire oui.
Il va dire oui.
Je te le dis.
Ben, va falloir emmener la calèche.
Je te le dis, la semaine prochaine.
Avec la calèche.
Soirée autographe. Oui, soirée autographe, t'embarques dans le char, on embarque sur la piste ensemble avec le caméraman assis là.
OK, on va regarder ça.
Pense-y.
J'ai
pas pour te le dire en dehors des zones, là. Parce que là, on fait un peu le tata. Mais on va être sérieux tout à l'heure en dehors des zones. Hey, il faut que je continue, moi.
Ben oui. Check ton air.
Oui, il faut que je check mon air.
Tu sais quoi?
L'air, la pression des tailleurs.
C'est quoi qu'il y a, c'est pression?
Hein, sa pression parce que ça équilibre le char.
OK, je pensais que tu parlais de sa pression à lui.
Non, les pneus.
OK.
Les pneus.
Et ça a l'air sérieux?
Oui, oui.
Ben,
on court au premier position, là, nous autres. Là.
Oh, tabarnak.
Ouais, t'es bien sérieux.
Ouais. Je pense qu'on va le laisser faire un peu.
Ouais, il est bien sérieux, là. Il est fâché, là.
OK.
Il est Jean-Yves, là. Quand il parle, là, c'est pas le temps de ben niaiser, là.
Correct. Hey, merci, boys.
Hey, bye, Steve!
C'est bon.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Comme pilote de drift professionnel, mes résultats sont basés sur des chiffres. Pour créer de bons calculs, un seul produit a toute ma confiance. Le survolteur d'octane Lucas Oil. Il permet d'augmenter la puissance et ainsi provoquer de la fumée dans chacun des virages sur la piste. Mais il faut savoir se retenir en dehors des circuits. Faites du survolteur d'octane Lucas Oil une habitude pour votre moteur.
Dans la vie de tous les jours, dans nos gestes quotidiens, on a souvent l'impression d'être à des années-lumière d'un circuit de course automobile. Mais pas chez Lucas. Notre expérience de course et notre technologie vous suivent partout, à tous les jours, dans chaque bouteille, peu importe ce que vous conduisez. Les huiles Lucas sont conçues pour tirer la meilleure performance de votre véhicule. Partagez la confiance qu'inspirent les huiles Lucas chez tous nos pilotes. Lucas Oil, une expérience de course qui vous accompagne en tout temps.
Actuellement, Lou est contrarié. Il cherche désespérément à récupérer ce qui lui tient le plus à cœur. La tablette 360.
Donne-moi la tablette.
Non.
Donne-moi la tablette.
Non.
Donne-moi la tablette.
Présentement, Loïc bouille énormément en dedans de lui. Son frère lui a pris la tablette 360.
Moi qui après.
Hey!
Penses-tu vraiment que papa, il va écouter 360 Nitro.tv?
Pas sûr.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Devenez supporter 360. Pour seulement 10 $ annuellement pour supporters personnels, les supporters réguliers recevront un autocollant 360 Nitro.tv personnalisé à leur nom. Et pour les supporters affaires, pour seulement 50 $ annuellement, l'affichage inclura un lien vers votre site Internet. Tous les détails sur le 360nitro.tv.
Allez, fais comme moi, deviens un supporter 360. Allez vite, fais comme moi, deviens un supporter 360.
Si elle est capable, vous autres aussi.
Sit down, take a rain check, I'm feeling good. I ain't searching for something to get me in the mood. It's a Friday night and I'm breaking the ice. Got some gin and lime and I'm squeezing it twice. It don't matter, I know if I'm doing it wrong. I ain't singing no country song.
front and back if you wish.
That's true. Got that taken care of, and Brad Rayner will join the tail of the field. Staying under caution is Brad Rayner. He has to go to the tail of the field because he did go to pit road.
Halfway back there, 3 cars with sandbagging on that start. Parts of that shit will cause more rest. Nice and tight, nose to tail. You can't go on it here in a second. We have your 55 seconds. You're going to get the whole line of the inside of the
Oh, and of course, with one car going to the pit, he has to go tail, so that changes the lineup.
Yep.
So now the lineup being told on the one-way, they're going to go take one more lap to get it all straightened out.
So Andrew Hennessy will drop down to position number 9. Kyle Sopas the 10th. Rob Peets will go to 11th. 12th will now be the one of Andy Mayhew. And the 15 of Tim Gillespie will line up outside of row number 7. 98 of Craig Graham will line up to the inside of him, and the 13 of Kevin Gowdy will complete the full rows, and then the 55 of Brad Rayner will complete it. So, set to go. Field tightening up into turns 3 and 4. The wired audio fire zone in turns 3 and 4. Green lights are on, and away we go. Steve Baldwin to the lead. Here comes Charlie Sandercock looking for his second win in as many days as they head up into turns 3 and 4. First trip around as the 09 of Robbie Wilson. Problems with the hood on that race car. It is affecting his vision big time, so he is moving slowly into turns 1 and 2. As right now we got Sammy Panaccio headed to the infield, and the caution flag will wave at lap number 2. Robbie Wilson able to take that car to pit road, so he will not really lose much. So they'll take that hood right off, and he'll be able to come back out. Sammy Panaccio, car number 311, unfortunately into the infield, a Niagara Falls native.
Well, he pulled off the track in a hurry on the backstretch as well and pulled it way into the infield, so obviously having some issues with that one. Shut it down, and
yep,
that'll probably do it for his night as he's getting a push back in with the four-wheeler.
Andrew Hennessy, Picton, Ontario, he is slowed over there as well on the backstretch entering turn number 3. Him and Charlie Sandercock have somewhat identical painted cars.
Well, Robbie Wilson making his way back onto the track, as you mentioned, just pulled the hood off and away he goes.
That's about it. All right, set to go. As Steve Baldwin will lead him back down to the green flag. Charlie Sandercock alongside Adam Naylor, Phil Potts, and Austin King, the top 5, and we're green. Baldwin to the bottom, Charlie up on the top side, and the bottom will prevail, at least for now, as they head through turns 3 and 4. Tim Gillespie got caught on the line on the backstretch, but he'll bring it back down in line as they exit turns 1 and 2, and down the back straightaway. Steve Baldwin is in command, but here comes Adam Naylor to the bottom, and Naylor will pick up position number 2. Charlie Sandercock looking to find some bite on the top side as Phil Potts looks to fill the void on the bottom. Charlie Sandercock losing a whole bunch of positions early on here, bringing it off the turn. Nearly 3 wide down the backstretch as the 57 of Charlie Sandercock on the top side. The 89 of Austin King to the bottom. Phil Potts got squeezed on the line, but Adam Naylor runs up to position number 2, and they're all chasing Steve Baldwin as they head down the front straightaway off of corner number 4. The Trenton, Ontario native holds on to position number 1. The 7 of Naylor back there for second. Sandercock has drifted backwards in this field. He's now back in danger of losing the 3 spot to Austin King. King down on the inside portion of the racetrack as they drag race down the front chute. So Austin King now jumping up into the top 3 for the first time tonight. Phil Potts right there for position number 5 as Kyle Sopaz has jumped from 9th all the way up to spot number 6 at the moment. Dale Caswell is 7th. 8th is Brad Rayner. 9th to Rob Peets, and rounding out your top 10 in car number 98 is Craig Graham. Clean and green here through the last 6 laps, and Steve Baldwin looking to take it home here as they head up into turns number 1 and 2. All drivers right around the bottom of the racetrack, and Steve Baldwin. Big time lead right now as Adam Naylor looking to find some sort of room to run him down.
Steven Baldwin qui mène après 10 tours ici dans cette finale prévue pour 35 devant Adam Naylor, Austin King, Charlie Sandercock qui est habituellement le gars à battre dans cette série présentement 4e, se bat avec Phil Potts et Carl Sopaz qui est en 6e position. Dale Caswell en 7e. Présentement, Steve Baldwin qui est à la recherche d'une soirée parfaite, lui qui avait gagné la 2e qualification en late model ce soir. Dans les circulations lourdes ici au 12e tour. Il vient de dépasser le 13 de Gowdy avec Adam Naylor et Austin King, toujours votre top 3. On recule ici pour Charlie Sandercock, maintenant 5e, mais Phil Potts l'a dépassé. Carl Sopaz risquerait d'en faire de même. Il s'approche dangereusement de la voiture 57. Possiblement des mauvais réglages pour Sandercock ce soir. Lui qui est habituellement un des gars à battre, lui qui est le meneur dans la série Northeast Late Model Alliance cette saison, encore une fois, avait gagné ce championnat l'an passé. Mais là, il faut surveiller la voiture 5 de Steven Baldwin qui est présentement dans la circulation lourde. Se bat avec le 15 09, alors que Adam Naylor est toujours 2e, Austin King en 3e position. 15 tours de compléter, 20 à faire dans cette finale. 15 laps completed in this feature, 20 laps to go. Steven Baldwin doing good in the a little bit with the traffic as past the 15 now pulling besides the 09 with Adam Naylor trying to reel in and Austin King trying to do the same as well. As all the drivers are dispersed over the speedway right now, we'll be at halfway point as we go in right now with the 35 of Steven Baldwin, Adam Naylor and Austin King. Austin King getting closer to the 7 here with Phil Potts and Charlie Sandercock being your top 5 runners right now. Lap number 19 in the books for Steven Baldwin. Getting a lot of distance over the rest of the field, but we'll have to watch the battle for that second position between Naylor and King as we're heading lap number 20.
Well, with 15 laps remaining, it's the Steven Baldwin show. Wheel number 5 going down the backstretch. And we've got to go back a full backstretch, and we got a car looping it in turn number 4. That's the 55 of Bradley Rayner. Rayner got all jumbled up and went pit side on the first lap and was hard charging, moved up about half the field, and I think he just overcooked it going into turn number 4, looped it, and now he's going to have to work his way through the field yet again, guys. But he was on the move. He moved up to 8, so he had already passed half the field.
Yeah, he's moving at a pretty quick pace. So right now, Steve Baldwin setting a torrid pace out there. Thankfully for this caution for the other drivers, or else they probably would not be able to catch him right now. Adam Naylor looks like he's got a pretty good race car. I think Austin King's got a pretty good car as well. He's been all over Adam Naylor for second as Brad Rayner will back away and will continue on.
Well, the 2 veterans, Phil Potts and Charlie Sandercock, now get all brought back in close together as well. So you can't go counting those guys out. Of course, we've seen them here a number of times over the years with the late models. So the veteran drivers now all moving their way up to the front. So Steven Baldwin has got some company again, and not just lap cars this time. He had a full backstretch lead when the caution came out.
Yes, he did, and right now it's the great equalizer is that caution flag, so it brings everybody together. And we'll see what happens with clear racetrack. And if Steve Baldwin can get that big lead like he had earlier, he's going to be tough to catch once again. But it's right now Steve Baldwin, Adam Naylor, Austin King, Phil Potts, Charlie Sandercock, the top 5, Kyle Sopaz, Dale Caswell, Rob Peets, Andy Mayhew, and the 98 of Craig Graham completing the top 10. Robbie Wilson in the 09, Tim Gillespie, Brad Rayner, and the 13 of Kevin Gowdy completing your field. Staying caution.
Well, and again, the beauty of the one-way system, working on the lineup, letting everyone know where they're supposed to be. And we'll be coming for white this time around. There'll be 15 laps to go when we go back to green. Well, we'll see if Stephen Baldwin can pull away like he did from the last start. But as you mentioned, Adam Naylor looks like he's got a really good car, Timmy, in that number 7. And then, of course, you've got Phil Potts and Charlie Sandercock, the veterans, all jumbled back up now into the top 5. So we'll see how this restart goes for Stephen Baldwin. We're going to see a nice clean start coming out of turn number 4, the wired audio zone sign. They're all close up now, nose to tail. Baldwin gets on it, and we are back to green. Stephen Baldwin in the 5 continues to lead, but here comes Naylor around the outside. And that's not going to be enough as Baldwin pushes up the track. Phil Potts on the outside trying to tightrope that cushion. And he goes around the outside of Austin King. Austin King in the 89 hanging on at the bottom. But it's Phil Potts, as we mentioned, the veteran, around the outside with the 29. He's going to tightrope that outside. Charlie Sandercock pushes up the track as well. Can't help but wonder if he's watching what Phil Potts is doing up there as Sandercock jumps up there as well, and now he closes on to King. Austin King hanging on to 3rd right now. As Phil Potts around the outside. Now he's got his sight set on Naylor. Adam Naylor in the 7th might go down a lap to Phil Potts, the 29 on the top groove. He's fast through 3 and 4 on that top groove, but slips up just a little bit coming out of turn number 2. Stephen Baldwin pulls away again from the rest of the field. Got a really strong car in that number 5 as he leads. Got about a 3 or 4 car length lead now going down the back chute as he brings it through 3 and 4. Stephen Baldwin, your leader with the 5. Then it's Adam Naylor with the 7. Found something down at the bottom and pulled away from Potts. No Potts just like the way that Potts was going away. So he dives back down at the bottom. He's just ahead of Austin King in the 89. Charlie Sandercock still going to try that outside groove with the 57. He's trying to get around Austin King. King with the 89 down on the bottom. He's going to fight down to the inside and Potts push up the track trying to run that top groove again. The battle right now is for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Phil Potts on the outside. Adam King down on the inside with the 89. That's the battle for 3rd. Potts still working that outside groove with the 29. Austin King hanging on to that 3rd spot right now with the 89. Now Charlie Sandercock has got full possession of 5th. He pushes up the track, mostly a little bit on the back end of the spot. Now Potts again, right up to that top groove through 3 and 4. Austin King hanging on to that bottom groove. Baldwin and Naylor. Baldwin in the 5-year leader, Naylor in the 7 in 2nd as they pull away from the rest of the field, start to close in on the lap traffic again. That's the 98 of Craig Graham, might go down a lap as the 5 of Stephen Baldwin. This is the gap on the back of the field. There's still 5 laps to go this time.
And right now, Steve Baldwin having his way with this field. Oh, my, Phil Potts goes around in front of the field. 31 laps down, the caution lights are back on. And Phil Potts, who was running in the number 4 spot, ends up around the wrong way in turns 1 and 2. What a tough break for Potsy over there in turns 1 and 2. So he'll get it pointed the correct direction.
Just overcooked it, Tim. We mentioned he was running that top line. Charlie Sandercock a couple of laps ago ran that upside lane as well, but it just looked like it went away from him, and that's all it took, and around he went.
That's about it. That's the extent of it, and he pulls away, and he knows that. Phil Potts has a win here in the former Go Nuclear Late Model Series. That epic last lap pass that he made on Adam Turner to get the win that night, that was amazing.
Yes, and he also had a really good run when he came in with the World of Outlaws the twice that they were here.
Yep.
Considering he doesn't run with them on a full-time basis, but they definitely made some waves.
Yeah, he did. So we'll do it all over again. 4 laps to decide it. Lap traffic should not play an issue in the outcome of this one. Steve Baldwin has just been bad fast all night. Drew the pole, and he really looked sharp here this evening, doing exactly what Charlie Sandercock did here a year ago. Dale Caswell has worked his way up into the top 5 now. Good run for Dale, North Syracuse, New York native. Regular at the Brewerton Speedway the Fulton Speedway on Saturday nights in the Napa Late Model division there. White flag to be displayed this time by. We will go green next trip around. So just sorting out some positions in the lineup right now. Steve Baldwin is the race leader. Adam Naylor second. Austin King, Charlie Sandercock, and Dale Caswell the top 5. Kyle Sopaz now 6th. Rob Peets is 7th. 8th is Andy Mayhew. 9th to Brad Rayner. Robbie Wilson unofficially completes the top 10. So Tim Gillespie is being told on a one-way radio to fall back behind. He is a lap down. There we go. We got it all figured out now, so we're ready to go back green. White flag to be displayed this trip around. 4 more laps left to decide this Northeast Late Model Alliance feature event. Steve Baldwin looking to take in home, and the Brighton Speedway regular looking to claim his first ever Cornwall win out of Trenton, Ontario. Adam Naylor out of Wooler, Ontario, the Brighton Speedway regular as well. Top 4 right now, all Brighton Speedway regulars, and a pair of Fulton regulars with Dale Caswell and Kyle Sopaz behind them. Green lights are back on, and away we go. Steve Baldwin on the bottom. Watch for Charlie up on the top side. Sandercock looking for the 2 spot. As they head up into turns 3 and 4, Charlie Sandercock is on the move. 3 laps left to go, and Steve Baldwin, could he see this race go away as they head down the back stretch? 2 to go this time by, and Charlie Sandercock is willing that race car to the lead. Can't quite get it done, though, with 2 laps left to go. Steve Baldwin has the preferred groove on the bottom. Charlie Sandercock looking to throw a last lap Hail Mary pass. Adam Naylor under attack now from Kyle Sopaz for 3rd. Soapy to the 3 spot. White flag in the air as they head up in turns 1 and 2. Steve Baldwin on the bottom. He drifts up coming off of 2. Here comes Charlie Sandercock to the outside. He's going to throw the Hail Mary pass into turn number 3. Off of 4. Steve Baldwin gets the win. 2nd will go to Charlie Sandercock. 3rd to Kyle Sopaz, Adam Naylor, Austin King, the top 5 here tonight. What a run for Steve Baldwin. And Charlie did everything right on that final lap, but Steve Baldwin scores the win here tonight. Charlie Sandercock to second, Kyle Sopaz, Adam Naylor, Austin King, your top 5 unofficially.
Well, Timmy Sandercock, the last 5 laps, drove the tires off the car. Tried to run that outside groove, but 3 and 4 just went away from him. You could see it. He had it. He brought it right to it. But the last 2 laps, that 3rd and 4th lap, the high side just went away from Sandercock. It wasn't enough. And he tried the crossover at the end, but what a great run by Baldwin.
Yeah, really good run for Steve Baldwin. Brayton Speedway regular, and he'll take that one back home to Wooler, Ontario. And he will.
What do you do when you see Sandercock on the outside of you like that? You know he's charging. You know what he does at the end of races like this, and you just got to try to hang on to it.
Well, what was a line that I heard from a driver at one of the NASCAR races this week? The pucker factor comes into play, is what it's initially described as. You get a little tense. There we go. His crew guy's happy. He knows that. Going to make that long drive back to Wooler very, very easy right now. As the good folks at Archer's Poultry Farm will be down trackside. Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds rolling to the Speedway momentarily. But right now it's all about the Northeast Late Model Alliance. What a show they put on here. Second year in a row for this group to come here. And those 2 drivers now can say they have won a feature here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. As Steve Baldwin's in victory lane, and Martin Belanger is down there to greet him.
Thanks, Tim. You can see a big
smile on his face here.
Solid
run for Steve Baldwin here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Tried everything. Charlie Sandercock finishing in second, tried everything, but Baldwin was the man to beat tonight. Steven Baldwin, une excellente prestation aussi du côté de Cornwall, a mené cette belle finale. Charlie Sandercock en deuxième et puis Kyle Sopaz qui est apparu dans les derniers moments de cette finale. And he's quickly getting out of the car. He can hear you. The 5 of Steven Baldwin, your Northeast Late Model Alliance feature winner here tonight. I'll have a word with our feature winner here tonight at Cornwall. Stephen, congratulations, quite a run. Charlie Sandercock saved his car for the last few moments of this race, but still you're sitting in the winner's circle here at Cornwall Motor Speedway.
Yeah, that 57 car is a tough car to beat. Those guys are unbelievable with that thing. I'm just happy to finally get a win this year. It's the first one with this car, so thanks to Cornwall for having us here, first off. Good crowd tonight, great track. I wish I could have seen a little more racing, but I was able to use the high side or the bottom. Worked excellent. I got to thank my crew. We've been through heck and back most of the season. We've had a lot of bad luck, and also I got to thank my sponsors: Free Flow, Legacy 420, QBT Excavating. Those 3 really, are the reason why this car is on the track. Custom Rides. I know I'm missing a few, but thanks to everyone that helps out.
So congratulations on a solid run, and hopefully we'll see you back in 2020. So a big round of applause for the 5 of Steven Baldwin, your Northeast Late Model Alliance feature winner. I'll go speak to Charlie Sandercock. Charlie, you won this event last year. That final lap restart, first of all, congratulations for that second, but that final lap restart, you tried everything. You almost overcooked your car and in that turn number 4 a few times, but still a strong second here.
Yeah, definitely got to shout out to you fans for coming and supporting us. It's always good coming to Cornwall up this way. You fans are just awesome. Yeah, we're kind of free there at the beginning, and took tire a little bit longer to come in than we were hoping, and but halfway through the race it started to come in, and then that last caution definitely helped us.
It's always a strong feel when you guys show up here. A lot of guys from Brighton, but also from Fulton and other areas, especially in this series. So all these guys coming up here in Cornwall, you're always put on a great show.
Yeah, it's definitely whether we're at Fulton, Brighton, or traveling to Humberstone with those guys. We're a good group of guys. We always like to put on a good show, and it's all about you fans. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully we can come back again.
All right, so congratulations on that second place. The 57 of Charlie Sandercock, the points leader in this series. Go talk to the third place finisher, Kyle Sopaz. Kyle, congratulations on that third place. You came up late in that feature, but you're sitting on the podium here at Cornwall.
Yeah, second year in a row we're on the podium. I think we went backwards this year from last year, so hopefully we can improve on that a couple spots next year. That first lap jingle kind of set us back. We pushed the bumper down, and I think we had a really good car. We just didn't have it after we did that, but I guess you can't complain about coming from 9th, finishing 3rd. Stout group. Good work to Steve and his boys. They worked hard. They deserve this. Thanks for Cornwall, all the fans for having us here, and I'd like to thank my sponsors, Limestone Limousine, Lots and Lines, Burnham Bates Guide Service, Miko Construction, KD Transmissions, everybody who puts this thing together for us. Wouldn't be able to do 3 nights of racing this week. Wasn't out of the top 5, so I guess I can't complain about that weekend.
All right, so congratulations on your third here tonight. A big round of applause for Kyle Sopaz, your third place finisher here at the Speedway. Guys, give a good round of applause for the Northeast Late Model Alliance. I think they provided a great show, and hopefully they'll be back in 2020. Always a good show to have the Northeast or the late models here at the Speedway. So back up to you guys as we're getting ready for the Loud and Dirty Modifieds.
Je sais pas pourquoi, là, j'ai pas vu ton texte. Pourtant, mon téléphone c'était.
Donc, juste pour résumer rapidement les commentaires des top 3 ici du côté des Northeast Late Model. Steve Baldwin, très heureux de sa victoire, évidemment. Il dit on a tout tenté, on a eu une bonne course, puis on est très heureux de pouvoir finir en avant du 57. Donc, très heureux. Il dit la piste est excellente. On est très heureux d'être à Cornwall. Toujours la piste, toujours en excellente condition. Puis on est très heureux d'être ici ce soir. En deuxième position, Charlie Sandercock qui dit oui, on a tout tenté à la fin. On l'a vu là, à la relance au 31e tour. Mais surtout, a été capable de compétitionner avec ces gars-là. Ils ont, on a tout tenté. Il dit la voiture n'allait pas super bien au début, mais elle a repris dans les derniers moments. On a tout tenté, mais on est très heureux pour le 5. Puis du côté du 12 de Carl Sopaz, il dit ça fait 3 soirs qu'on course ce week-end. Puis notre 3e top 5 ce soir du week-end. Donc, on ne peut pas demander mieux pour Carl Sopaz qui termine le 3e. On a eu un excellent week-end. L'année passée, on a quand même bien fait. Mais là, on recule cette année. Mais somme toute, une belle 3e place pour Carl Sopaz ce soir du côté de Cornwall.
For the shootout, and the fans that used to go from here had a great time. I always ended up working or something and never able to make it, but that's just how it goes.
That is correct.
Oh, that's what it was. I was always announcing hockey games in September.
Ah, there you go. Well, that'll do it. As Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds rolling trackside, it's going to be Corey Wheeler, winless in 2019 on the point. Outside will be another driver who has not won yet this season in car number 18, Louis Jackson Jr. Row number 2, it's Stefan LaFrance in car number 87. Alongside of him in car number 7, it's Michael Maresca. Row number 3, Kyle Dingwall in the 66 with the 13 of Kevin Amell. Row 4, Lee Lannister in the 88 with the 66 of Kerry Torrance. Row number 5 is going to find the 24 of Mario Clare with the 23 of Joey Lannister. Row 6, it's the 46 of Cale Robidoux with the 90 of Danny Gagne. Row 7, Ryan McDonald's 151, the 17 of Tristan Draper. Row 8, it's the 96 of J.F. Corriveau. Alongside of him, we will go the 13 of Paul Amell. And completing your field in car number 17, it's Mark Terrier. Drivers ready to go. 30 laps for the Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds. Corey Wheeler on point as we head through 3 and 4 at the Wired Audio Fire Zone in turn number 4. Green lights are on, and away we go. In a 1 and 2, Corey Wheeler, Louis Jackson Jr. drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3, and Corey Wheeler will get the advantage. Oh, Maresca sails it off the top side of turn 3 and 4, and he will bring it to a slow crawling pace up there, but the caution flag is out with 1 lap in the books. So we're going to try it one more time. We did get one lap complete, 29 to go. Just lining up the fourth row there. We've got them three wide with Joey and Lee Lattiser and Mario Claire all arguing over who's supposed to be in what spot. We are staying under caution. So we got the lineup all squared away. Kinda. So the 46 of Cale Robidoux and the 24 of Mario Claire, they have to swap positions in row number 5. There we go. So Mario Claire and Danny Gagne now will occupy row 5. Row 6 it'll be Cale Robidoux and the 17 of Tristan Draper, Brian McDonald, JF Corriveau, Mark Terrian, Paul Amell, and Michael Maresca will complete it. Michael had a great night at Can-Am on Friday night, coming home in the number 4 spot. Billy Dunn collected his 6th win of the season and 3rd in a row over there. Set to go green at the Wired Audio Fire Zone in turns 3 and 4. Corey Wheeler is the race leader in the control car. He'll set it up off the corner. Green back out, and away we go. As Wheeler gets away down the backstretch, Stefan LaFrance right there to try to challenge for second, and he does, as the 66 of Kerry Turan went a little bit too wide and lost about 3 spots in that exchange. Meanwhile, Corey Wheeler in command of it as they head up into 1 and 2 and down the back chute. And once again, the battle for second. These two drivers cannot get away from one another. They battled for a heat win. Kyle Dingwall won that battle, and he wins the battle again for second, at least for now. Stefan LaFrance up on the top shelf, trying to get back by, but no such luck this time as Corey Wheeler is checking out on the field already. 6-car length advantage for the man out of Cornwall, Ontario. Pat Les chips in. Car number 47F. Winless so far in 2019. Would like to change that and become the 9th different winner in 9 races here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Bringing it down to the line. Straightaway advantage over Kyle Dingwall, Stefan LaFrance, Louis Jackson Jr., and Kevin Amell occupying those top 5 positions early on here. Danny Gagne, a nice move down on the inside lane as Gagne has gone from 12th all the way up to spot number 6. Joey Lattiser in a battle now with Terry Turan for position number 7 and 8 as they dice it up for position, and they're still leaning on one another. Lattiser trying to hold Terry Turan at bay, and he will do so for the time being. Meanwhile, Corey Wheeler, fast race car at lap number 7, working that inside lane. Kyle Dingwall, he's got a win earlier this year. He holds down the 2 spot. Then everybody's after Kevin Amell for 3rd right now as they head up into turns 3 and 4. Stefan LaFrance has the number 4 spot. Danny Gagne trying to move in and take the 5th spot away from the 18 of Louis Jackson Jr. Danny Gagne's got a pretty quick race car here in the early going as well. Lap 9 on the board. Corey Wheeler still well in command, and Kyle Dingwall still there for second. 3 wide nearly for spot number 3 as Stefan LaFrance gets on by. But Corey Wheeler is clearly the class of the field right now, a straightaway advantage. But that battle for 4th is a great moment. 3 cars deep.
Corey Wheeler toujours aux commandes de cette finale devant Kyle Dingwall et Kevin Amell qui connaît une bonne soirée. La bataille présentement est pour la 4e place entre Danny Gagne et Stéphane Lafrance. Louis Jackson a perdu plusieurs places puis qui est sorti un petit peu trop haut dans cette tournant numéro 2. 11 tours de compléter présentement. Corey Wheeler qui est arrivé à Cornwall, menant dans les points. Ça reste une première victoire cette saison. La constance est payante pour Wheeler jusqu'ici cette saison, mais recherche une première victoire. Kyle Dingwall en 2e devant Amell, Gagné et Lafrance. Il faudra surveiller Joey Ladouceur J'ennuie ici pour Mario Claire dans le tournoi numéro 2. Le jaune est lancé. Yellow flag is out for Mario Claire. Lap number 13. Getting closer to halfway point in this feature. Corey Wheeler, your race leader, came in tonight as the points leader with only 1 point in front of that 66 car who currently sits in second. And the 66X of Carrie Terrence is also in the mix right now. Currently sits in position number 7. With tonight, we still have 5 features for our loud and dirty modifieds. We'll have next week. Next Sunday, it's a regular night. Then on the 22nd, we'll have the race for the Cure 150. On the 25th, will be another regular night, and we end the season with the final round of the Canadian Nationals Fatless Chip Stand 125 lap event. So there's still a lot of racing to be done in the modifieds this season here at the Speedway, with 2 high-paying events. The 22nd will be $12,000 to win, and on September 1st will be $5,000 to win. So a lot of laps, but a lot of action for these drivers. Beaucoup d'action encore une fois pour les modifiés. 5 catégories, 5 finales, incluant ce soir à faire. Ce soir, le 18, le 22 avec le Race for the Cure 150, le 25 régulier, et le 1er septembre, on termine la saison avec la dernière manche de la série Canadian National Fatless Chip Stand, finale de 125 tours. Donc, beaucoup de tours à faire, encore une fois à modifier. On est de retour au vert, we're back to green. Wheeler Camant, il faudra surveiller le 90 de Danny Gagné. Une excellente voiture ce soir. Se bat pour la 3e place ici avec Kevin Hamel. Good run for Danny Gagné. As Tim was mentioning, he started 12 and now challenging for that 3rd spot. Louis Jackson and Joey Ledsar also in the mix, with Carrie Terrence and Stéphane Lafrance also there. But right now it's all Corey Wheeler with at halfway point. Some smoke coming out of that 96 car here of Corriveau, still in battle for the lead. It's coming stronger and stronger from the engine. Might lose his power plant as we go on during that evening. 2 drivers are pulling out, the 17 of Draper and the 46 of Cale Robidoux. But right now, it's all Corey Wheeler in the lead. We'll have to watch the 90 of Danny Gagné, trying to reel in the 66 of Carl Dingwall. Lap number 18 in the books, 12 laps to go. We'll have 11 laps to be completed as we go here with Corey Wheeler in the lead. 90 of Danny Gagné battling with the 13 of Kevin Hamel. They run hard in Quebec, and now they're here tonight and battling for that final position on the podium with 10 to go. Corey Wheeler in the lead.
10 laps to go to the Fatless Chip Stand 47S of Corey Wheeler in the lead. Kyle Dingwall is going to have some company right up behind him. He's got Kevin Hamel in the 13, and he's coming on strong. And the 90 of Danny Gagne, another strong race car for Gagne this evening. Kyle Dingwall hanging on to second right now with that 66. But it's Kevin Hamel, and here comes Carrie Terrence as well, making his way up through the field. He's working on the outside of Danny Gagne. Carrie Terrence, the other car in that battle for the points lead coming into this evening, and he is closing the gap. He's picked up 1 more spot. He's around Gagne. He's into the 4th position. Now Wheeler, 7 laps to go to hold it all together. Dingwall, he's got to do everything he can to try to stay ahead of Kevin Hamel and a hard-charging Carrie Terrence, who's closing the gap in 4th with that 66X. He's working that middle of the high groove and closing the gap quickly on the 2nd and 3rd place cars. Corey Wheeler in the lead as he brings his group in 4. And bring it down past the flag stand, and we show 5 more laps to go in this one. Kyle Dingwall still trying to hold on Kevin Amell, and here comes Kerry Terrence. He's closed the gap, and he's going to go right around the outside of Kevin Amell. Amell trying to hang on to third, but it's Kerry Terrence around the outside groove, and he's picked up third. Now Terrence has his sights set on the 66 of Dingwall. He's going to drive around the outside. Kerry Terrence from out of nowhere has now driven himself into the second spot. Kyle Dingwall falls back to third. Corey Wheeler, 3 laps to go to hold it together. Here comes Terrence. He's charging hard. I don't know if he's going to have enough to catch Wheeler. Wheeler, 2 more laps to go. 47S of Corey Wheeler in the lead with 2 laps to go. Kerry Terrence through that middle route, charging hard. Dingwall slips back to third, just ahead of Kevin Amell in fourth. As the white flag comes out this time for the 47S of Corey Wheeler. Wheeler, 4 corners to go to hold it all together. Terrence charging hard. It's not going to be enough as he's got a backstretch lead as he comes through 3 and 4. He'll get his first win of the 2019 season. Corey Wheeler with the feature win. It'll be Kerry Terrence second with the 66X. Dingwall third with the 66. Kevin Amell with the 13. And then Ani of Gagne round out the top 5, and Kerry Terrence pulls alongside, gives the high 5 and the thumbs up to Corey Wheeler. Again, they park pretty close together as well, and
he's up there shaking his fist at him.
yeah, he goes, I was coming for you. I had the car, just got at it a little too late, and I'll tell you, Kerry Terrence, what a drive towards the end, but Wheeler just got that lead, and he wouldn't let it go.
And continues that streak of different winners in the modified ranks. 9 different winners in 9 races. We have not had a repeat winner yet in the modified ranks this season.
And boy, does that ever jumble things up on top of the loud and dirty modified division, because Kyle Dingwall leapfrogged ahead with his heat points, but now Corey Wheeler picking up maximum points, and Dingwall picking up 3rd place points. So I believe unofficially Wheeler will take the lead again, and now you got to look at Kerry Terrence in there as well, picking up 2nd place points.
That's what he needed to do, and Kyle didn't have the car to run down Corey Wheeler tonight. That was for sure, and it was proof right there that Corey Wheeler had the best car all night long. I mean, Kerry Terrence, if this had been a 35-lapper, we may be talking about a different story, but 30 laps was the distance, and Corey got there first.
Well, we'll send it down track side to Martin Boulanger. I think he's going to see a very happy Corey Wheeler.
Thanks, Huey. Yes, good run for Corey Wheeler here tonight. Looking at the board right now, Corey Wheeler wins in front of Kerry Terrence and Kyle Dingwall. These 3 drivers came in as the front 3 in the points with only 1 point difference. So the battle will continue next week and probably until the end of the season with 4 features to go in the loud and dirty modified division. And he's out of the car. You can hear you, the 47S of Corey Wheeler. Corey, a little present from artists and residents.
My guys will like that.
Congratulations on your win. I know it was, as you were mentioning, a long time coming. You came here tonight as the points leader in the championship. You guys finished 1, 2, 3 in the finish here tonight. But as you said, a long time coming.
Oh yeah, it's we went winless last year. It was a tough year for my family and I, but this year we had the birth of our little boy Owen, and that means the world to us. So that changed things, and it certainly helped out a lot.
Anyone, I know you have a good sponsor deal with the Fatless Chip Stand, but I'm pretty sure you have a lot of people you want to thank for this great racing deal here at Cornwall.
Oh, there's, you can't do it without lots of family and friends, and we're a small team, and the guys are really starting to come around and learn the car and be a real big asset to this team that we couldn't do it without. I got a great wife and a great son, and Fatless's Chip Stand, Seaweed GM, Irwin Supply, Chris Alice, ChemPro, Westfront Construction, Gordon Racing Engines, Olson Fab. Can't do it without all those guys helping you out.
The battle is, I was mentioning, the points battle here at the Speedway is really tight with Kyle Dingwall and Kerry Terrence. it's going to be a tight battle until the end of the season, I'm pretty sure.
I'm good friends with both those guys, and anytime you can have a points race like that, it's good for the fans and good for our track, and hats off to the track conditions here night in and night out.
All right, so congratulations on your win, well deserved, Corey. Good round of applause for the winner here tonight in the modifieds, Corey Wheeler. So Corey will draw for the 50-50, so 2 tickets please, 1 for the money and 1 for a bottle of May Haven. Just another one please. Thank you. So for the money, a white ticket, 27793, 27793 pour l'argent, pour le 50-50, $800, $800. And for the May Haven bottle from Artists in Residence, it's 20229, another white ticket. Both prizes will be available at the information booth along with the numbers. So guys, back up to you for the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman feature. Donc, pour résumer les commentaires de Corey Wheeler qui remporte la victoire, une victoire empreinte d'émotion pour sa part, lui qui n'avait pas gagné l'an passé. Disons, on a eu une année difficile du côté personnel également. Là, on voit son petit-fils Owen, son petit garçon Owen avec lui dans le cercle des vainqueurs. C'était une année difficile l'an passé avec sa conjointe, mais cette année, ça va bien jusqu'ici. On va chercher une victoire pleinement méritée. Lui qui menait le championnat avec 1 point d'avance sur Carl Dingwall et Carey Terrence ce soir. Les 3 pilotes ont terminé 1, 2, 3 encore une fois. Je lui ai demandé, ça va être la finale, ça va être la bataille jusqu'à la fin de la saison. Il dit oui, il dit écoute, ça va être une bataille à finir, mais je suis très bon ami avec les deux pilotes, donc ça va être intéressant jusqu'ici, puis c'est plaisant pour les amateurs, ainsi que tous les coureurs également. Puis il a donné un dernier mot, il dit un chapeau à l'équipe de préparation de piste qui nous donne des bonnes conditions de piste à tous les soirs. Donc Corey Wheeler qui remporte une première victoire cette saison aussi du côté de Cornwall. C'est ce qui complète ses commentaires pour ce soir.
Cornwall Speedway for the Dirt Car 358 Series, round number 6.
And there we go. That's the picture everyone's looking for. Where'd the car go?
Well, thankfully it's got an orange top on it, so at least we can somewhat see it.
Everybody squeeze in.
Photographers, you might as well just come up here in the broadcast booth with us to take the picture. So,
and Corey, from our head official Joel, he's telling you to stand up. Well, Timmy, as exciting as that was, we're not done yet. We've got the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman feature yet. And, boy, they're going to put on a show. They got 25 laps coming up for us.
yeah, they do. And can anybody stop the domination of the Zero car has been the story of the season. 7 wins in 10 tries. I mean, the guys that I got to feel pretty proud of themselves, Moise Paget, Ryan Stabler, and Robert Delorme are the only other 3 winners this season, but Shane Pecor has just had everybody's number this year, literally.
Well, he's going to be starting a little further back in the lineup than what he has been lately. We'll see if that can work out for the other cars in the feature.
And he's got some of his toughest competition with Moise Paget starting second, Brianna Lannister starting third, and Ryan Stabler also starting in sixth. Could be interesting come the end of this one.
See the emotion in Corey Wheeler during that interview. It was a tough year for them, for his family, and as he mentioned in 2018. So it was more serious than we normally see Corey Wheeler, but it's a well-deserved win for that guy.
That is absolutely true.
Well, we've got our next level home improvement feature rolling out onto the track. Justin DeRosier goes away off the pole in the 29A. The 66 of Moise Paget outside pole. Brianna Lannister in the 15B in third. 22C is Cedric Govro on the outside of that second row. Kurt Kaye in the 28K. 77E of Ryan Stabler starting in the number 6 position. 7th, Justin Lalancette in the 1. Devin Willis in the 21W outside of row number 4. Inside of the 5th row, the 0 of Shane Pecor. The 4 of Jason Shipclark outside of him. Inside of the 6th row, Jonathan Ferguson in the 44, the 04 of Scott McGill. Jason Rose in the 18 JR, the 3 of Adam Rozo, Gabriel Lalone Sear in the 94, the 1R of Ricky Thompson. Dominic Merkley in the 78, 08 of Chris Ferguson, Denny Fogg in the 82, 18K of Kalen Draper. Dan Reef in the 55, not going to make the call. Thomas Cook in the 35, Billy Cook in the M70, Gavin Ridley in the 9G, and Bob Ray in the 18. And we are underway. Moise Paget around the outside of DeRosier. Now Brianna Lattiser down to the inside. Cedric Govro around the outside with the 22C. That's the battle for fourth right now. Ryan Stabler on the outside as well. He's going to try to go around Kurt Kaye. Kaye down on the inside with the 28. Moise Paget pulling away from the rest of the field as everyone battles for position behind him. Paget in the 66 had a win a couple of weeks ago, a very big one in the Race for the Cure series. Now Brianna Lattiser hanging on to second right now. She's got a bunch of cars all chasing after her. She's trying to close the gap with Moise Paget, but Paget in the 66. Starting to pull away down the backstretch. Justin DeRosier now is battling with Govro for third. DeRosier pushes up the track. Govro down to the inside, takes away the number 3 position from Justin DeRosier. Now Kurt Kaye down to the inside with the 28. Kurt Kaye down to the inside of DeRosier. He's going to battle for the 4th spot, and he's able to get around DeRosier. 5 laps in, 20 to go in this next level home improvement sportsman feature. Moise Paget in the 66, stretching out that lead, and we've got some contact in turn number 2. We got a car over. And we are going red.
And a tough break. It was just an easy roll there for Kalen Draper, but Kalen is well supported here tonight. There's all of his family here tonight, making his debut with us here in Cornwall. As driver is okay over there in turn number 2, and that is a good thing to hear. As Kalen, just his first year, picked up a feature win in the Draper Doors Rookie Sportsman event at Brockville a couple of weeks ago. So the field getting ready to get lined back up and ready to go one more time. Once again, next week, Jim's Performance Plus will be on hand, and it is autograph night, as we had talked about. Weekend Warriors Pro Stock and Mini Stock Series on hand, along with a full show for the Loud and Dirty 358 Modifieds and Next Level Home Improvement Sportsmen as well. So the field moving single file down the backstretch. They were told to over the one-way radio. And Kalen Draper starting to come into his own here in the Sportsman division. As I mentioned, runs with our rookie division every Saturday at the Brockville Speedway, and got his first win 2 weeks ago, and was hoping for better things for his Cornwall debut for sure, but they'll get that car repaired. He bounced off the embankment on the inside, and just not much he could do about that, and just a slow roll over there in turn number 2, but regardless, Kalen is A-OK. His grandfather was a modified driver in the area here as well. And brother Tristan picked up his first 358 modified feature win earlier this year at Brockville also. So, back under caution, Huey, and we're ready to go.
Well, again, able to get everyone lined up under the caution, so just making sure as they roll them by here on the front stretch, everyone's where they should be, and then we'll just be lining everybody up. We'll be going back to green very, very shortly. And of course, we're going to run the cars through on the low side. There might have been some stuff that leaked out of the car when it was upside down. So they'll just run that in.
Dirt tracks, you don't have to put down any speedy dry or kitty litter or whatever you got to do to soak any fluids up. You just run it through it. Run through it. Why not? Next week, Friday night, Mohawk International Raceway gets back underway. Tina's Pride will present a full program for us over there. Twin Leaf 358 Modifieds, the Crossroads Tobacco Sportsman, Novice Sportsman, Mod Light, and Bandits, and yet another Enduro Qualifier will be taking place also. And of course, Saturday night, the Brockville, Ontario Speedway, a full program in the Thousand Islands RV 358 Modified Sportsman, Draper Rookie Sportsman, Street Stocks, and the Mini Stocks will be back on the card. The Outlaw Vintage will have the evening off next Saturday. Race time, as always, 7 p.m. And if you're looking for another adventure, you can head up to the Plattsburgh Airborne Speedway on Saturday nights as well. They got a full show in all their divisions with the Modified, Sportsman, and Super Stocks as well. Pro Stocks joining the field up there for 2019, and having a good season with those drivers up there as well.
Well, you mentioned next week's show, of course, the photo autograph night. Always a favorite of the fans. They get to go down and interact with the drivers. And I'm going to give you and Martin a week off as well. You get a holiday from me. I'm on nights, so I won't be here.
Really?
Really. Got to pay the bills.
I don't understand that. Bills?
Bills, yes. That adulting thing that we have to do.
Oh, I don't want to do that anymore.
I don't like to adult either, but, you know, I have to take care of business. So.
I gave up on adulting.
At least I get to come play here every now and again on a Sunday night and announce for all the fine folks here.
Getting inside of an SUV is tough, let alone adulting. In any event, we're going racing here with 6 laps complete.
As they roll through the wired audio zone area, we are back underway. Luis Paget's got a challenger now beside him, and Brianna Lattiser goes right up to the top of the track, comes back down, and they are side by side down the backstretch as they go through 3 and 4. Lattiser around the outside. She's going to take over the lead on lap number 7. She's going to dive down to the inside, try to take that groove away from Luis Paget. And Brianna Lattiser now leads the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman feature. Paget trying to close the gap and keep it close to Brianna Lattiser. She's pulling away from the rest of the field. 8 laps in the books, and here comes Cedric Govro around the outside. Govro in the 22C, battling with Kurt Kaye. Kaye down the bottom, 28, lap number 9 in the books. Brianna Ladisser continues to lead as she stretches it out down the backstretch. And we got a caution as the 82 of Denny Fogg goes around into turn number 1. And that will put us to lap number 10, guys. Be 20 to go when we go back green.
As field getting lined back up here, we'll go back green in just a moment. Denny Ford went around. Looks like the right front tire on the 82 of Denny Forg has been sheared off. So they are going to have to hook up to him on the tow truck and bring him back to pit road.
Usually the car needs 4 tires on it to finish the laps. It's pretty bad when one of the extra tires is on the four-wheeler.
Yeah, it's never a good sign when you have that happen, so it's a tough break for Denny. He just started competing with us this season in that number 82 ride for 2019. Denny Forg, his best finish of the year was on opening day, May 19th, where he came home in the 13th spot, the Blainville, Quebec native. Did a little running at the Plattsburgh Airborne Speedway this year on Saturdays, but his full-time efforts have been right here in Cornwall, but unfortunately will not be a good finish here tonight. And Denny's car gets towed away down the front chute here, but you see the heavy front end damage there. The Quadra-Scan, number 82, waving to the crowd. He is okay. Bicknell Racing Products on the side of that race car. All good help for Denny, and he'll need some help to get that car repaired, so at least he can get it loaded back on the trailer and take it home tonight. White flag will be displayed next time by Brianna Ladisser. This has been one of the years where second has been the magic number, and she is trying to eliminate all those second-place finishes. Chatted with her last week after her epic run last week when she competed in not one but 2 100-lap events, completing every lap in both races and finishing third in the sportsman side of it. And talked with her about that. She says that was kind of a cool deal to be able to do that. And right now she is ready to go. And she even said last year all those second place finishes were wins, but says unfortunately that's not been the case this year, and they just need a little luck on their side. Well, right now she is in perfect position to try to get her first Cornwall win of the season as they exit turn number 4. Green lights back on. Moise Paget to the high lane, trying to figure out a way to get by Ladisser down the back chute as they head into turn number 3. Ladisser will drop it to the bottom. Paget can't quite hold the line on the top shelf as he will relinquish the lead to Ladisser into turns 1 and 2. Curtis Kaye back there for spot number 3. Kurt had a second place finish here last week. Cedric Govro working the top side. He gets around the 77 of Ryan Stabler to move up into spot number 4. As behind them, Jason Shipclark going after the 29 of Justin DeRosier. Chatted with Justin DeRosier a little bit tonight. He said he had some scaling issues with that car. Got the numbers correct on that machine, and the car felt a lot better to him after hot laps tonight. We got a battle for the lead, though, as Moise Paget has stepped it up one more notch. He is looking to go around the top side as they head up into 1 and 2. Drag race down into turn number 3. Moise Paget on the top shelf. Brianna Ladisser down on the bottom. New race leader is Moise Paget. Into 1 and 2. 13 down, 12 to go, and Moise Paget is driving away from the field down the back chute. Curtis Kaye still there for third, followed by the 22 of Cedric Govro. Ryan Stabler completes the top 5. Jason Shipclark is 6th. 7th is Justin DeRosier. 8th to Justin Lalancette. 9th is Jonathan Ferguson. Points leader Shane Pecor having a struggle tonight. He is back mired in the number 10 position and in danger of falling out there as Devin Willis goes off the back stretch. Looks like he may be headed to pit road. He pulls it to a stop in turn number 3. 10 laps to go. Yellow lights are back on. So Devin Willis able to get refired, and he will join at the back of the pack, but 10 laps left to go in this one. Moise Paget, once that car gets rolling after the restarts, he has a fast race car, and Brianna Lannister saw that. White flag being displayed. And Moise Paget will elect the outside lane for the restart. Brianna Lannister will have to go to the bottom. Kurt Kaye, Cedric Govro, Ryan Stiebler. That's your top five as we come back to the Wired Audio Zone, and we're green. They head through 1 and 2. Brianna Lannister trying to keep pace on the bottom lane as they drag race down the back chute. It's Moise Paget by a half a car length into turn number 3 and on off of 4. Paget with the lead down in front. Brianna Lannister, Kurt Kaye, Cedric Govro, and Ryan Stabler. That's your top five, and Paget will clear them. They're nearly 4 wide on the backstretch, and that was for spots 7, 8, 9, and 10. And Justin Lalonde got squeezed on a line there, and now he loses a bunch of positions as they head through turns 1 and 2 and down the back chute. It's a 6-car breakaway now at the front of the field with Paget, Lannister, Kaye, Govro, Stabler, and Ship Clark in that order as they come down to the line with 18 laps complete. 18 are down, 7 more to go, and Moise Paget trying to take home his second checkered flag of the year here from the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Brianna Lannister charging back through the middle of the racetrack. Can't get the traction off of turn number 4. 6 laps left to go, and Moise Paget is driving away. Right now, Lannister just trying to hold on to second. Battle is on now for the 4 spot as Ryan Stabler has it. The 22 of Cedric Govro trying to take it back into turns 3 and 4. 5 to go for Moise Paget.
Moise Paget has not looked back since he passed Brianna Lannister to take the lead. Now Brianna Lannister still hanging on to second. Kurt Kaye in third. Now the battle for fourth as Stabler closes up one of the back bumper of Govro. Cedric Govro in that 4th spot. Ryan Stabler would love to pull up a couple more spots to try to gain in the track championship. Moise Paget putting on another show. Riding it right around through the middle of the bowl. Smooth and steady as he comes around by the flag stand. He'll be shown 2 laps to go. Moise Paget with the 66. Move through 1 and 2. Brianna Lannister in second with the 15. And Kurt Kaye hanging on at third with the 28. Govro having a nice battle with Stabler. Stabler down to the inside will take away fourth. Govro comes right back around the outside. They battle it right to the flag stand. Moise Paget all alone down the backstretch. He's got a half a backstretch lead. As he brings it to the flag stand, he'll take the checkered flag. Brianna Lannister will finish second. Kurt Kaye third. And it'll be Stabler in the 77 finishing fourth. And Govro will round out in the top 5. Big move by Moise Paget to get around Brianna Lannister. Did not look back. And Paget, the only other 2-time winner in the Sportsman this summer. Pecor is basically walking away with it. He's won 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's not a bad record. Out of 11 now, yep.
Moise Paget has 2 of those.
Still, though, a great season for Moise Paget. Breakout year, though. 5 wins across 3 different tracks. He's won 2 at Autodrome Granby, 2 here at Cornwall, and 1 at the RPM Speedway since joining this 66 team. And he'll be back ready to go Friday night at Autodrome Granby to try to see if he can get win number 3 up there. And if anybody can stop Evan Racine at Autodrome Granby, I dare you. But Moise Paget, hard to believe, he started right here in the mini stock ranks, and look where he is now.
Winning some big races, none bigger than a couple weeks ago when he won the that leg of the Race for the Cure Series. And we send a track side to Martin Blanche. He'll have a happy Moise Paget down there.
So Moise Paget getting his second win here this season, 5th of the season, as Tim was mentioning. Has been running strong in the Quebec area and also a contender here at the Speedway. He's getting out of the car, the 66 of Moise Paget. Moise, félicitations. Solide performance encore ce soir. Tu vas pas partager ça avec ta gang, une bouteille de Maven avec ton équipe. Moïse, ça va très bien pour toi là, dans les dernières semaines ici à Cornwall. Ce soir, là, une bonne bataille avec Brian Ladouceur. La piste plus rapide que d'habitude pour vous autres. Mais une deuxième victoire ici à Cornwall, on semble très satisfait.
Oui, celle de l'autre jour, elle m'avait satisfait, mais celle-là, on la prend en plus. On les prend toutes. Mais à soir, on avait une belle piste de course, une vraie track. Celle-là, c'était une belle. J'avais un auto qui allait super bien. On avait plus qu'une ligne. On pouvait aller partout. Puis c'était super le fun.
Ça doit être plaisant aussi d'avoir certaines neutralisations puis de jouer un petit peu de stratégie. Là, les relances, c'est important. Là, on voyait les voitures à l'extérieur semblaient un peu plus rapides. Puis tu as choisi l'extérieur, ça t'a payé avec Brianna. Brianna semblait rapide sur les deux lignes également. Là.
Ouais, quand j'étais deuxième, je m'étais dit qu'on la laissait pas gagner puis on essayait fort. Ça a marché. Puis les départs étaient tellement serrés. J'ai dit, je vais reprendre ma ligne. Je suis sûr, je sais que je peux l'avoir là, ça reste en bas. Puis on l'a eu.
Parce qu'on a beaucoup de gens à remercier. Là, on sait que tu as plusieurs commanditaires sur cette voiture-là. Là, une très belle saison 2019 pour ta part. Là.
Oui, mon équipe surtout qui ont préparé l'auto cette semaine, j'ai rien touché. Ils ont tout fait le travail, ils ont bien fait ça. Dans les entreprises ICM, Construction Michel Mongeon, Resto Bar Le Pirate, Pavage d'Août, toute la gang qui sont avec nous autres, qui nous supportent. C'est grâce à eux autres qu'on peut avoir un char qui est compétitif.
Alors, félicitations pour cette victoire-là, Moïse, pleinement méritée. Une belle deuxième victoire ce soir. A good round of applause for Moise Paget finishing, first here tonight in the Sportsman, his second win of the season. Guys, back up to you for the final words.
Merci, Martin.
Okay. Moïse ici. 1, 2. OK, tout seul maintenant. Merci, madame.
Ah, il est parti.
Merci, thank you. OK. Down.
Week and get it autographed by your favorite driver. On behalf of the officials, the ones you can see, the ones you can't see, on behalf of Martin Belanger, Tim Baltz, and myself, Hugh Primo, thank you for joining us here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. We look forward to seeing you all again next week. Please drive safe on your way home and leave your racing on the track.
Anyone else not getting tired of your song?
Actuellement, Lou est contrarié. Il cherche désespérément à récupérer ce qui lui tient le plus à cœur. La tablette 360.
Donne-moi la tablette.
Non.
Donne-moi la tablette.
Non.
Donne-moi la tablette.
Présentement, Loïc bouille énormément en dedans de lui. Son frère lui a pris la tablette 360.
Moi qui est vrai.
Hey!
Penses-tu vraiment que papa, il va écouter 360 Nitro.tv?
Pas sûr.
360 Nitro.tv, tu ne veux pas manquer ça.